first class shipping, so it takes probably 5 days.
Sure, it takes 5 days.
At the end of it, a big man shows up in a big suit, and now you have
So
you
you're
can.
buying not only the man, but also the suit at
Yeah,
bigmenandbigsuits.gov.
the
Well,
suite
it's more.
comes with it.
It's a rental. It's a rental,
Are
so
you
you don't own the
okay?
suit or the man, but you get to borrow them for a little while for a
What
price.
is
Like,
okay?
when people rent suits for like prom or like
Yeah,
their
why
bar
are you
mitzvah
getting a
or
big
whatever.
man? That's what I was gonna get at.
Well, the big man is
Well,
pretty essential to the
yeah.
process. Were you not
What
paying
are you gonna do with
attention?
your what are you gonna do with your big suit?
That's true. You're not
Yeah,
gonna fit in the big suit. The big man will
yeah.
fit in the
That's
big suit.
ridiculous. Yeah.
You
Okay.
show up to an event and someone's like, "Man, you don't look very good, man. You're kind of you're. This is supposed to be a black tie event," and you're like, "Yeah, well, I'm not dressed up, but that guy is, and he's with
Yeah.
me."
Yeah. And then you just save yourself
Oh.
the embarrassment.
So
Yeah.
you can still be low budget in how you're dressing, and we can still be low budget in how we cast. Hey guys, welcome to the Low Budget LCS. It's me, Buggleberry Finn. I've got ZZ Choke Your Bone and not Jerome here to cast with me today, and we're just talking about bigmenandbigsuits.gov.
Oh yeah. The
Yeah.
the newest in big
Oh,
big
oh,
men
it's like okay.
technology.
This is like taxpayer funded.
Yeah.
Mhm. This is where your tax money's going to. Also your donations.
Yeah, any donation that you make, we're going to buy a big man / big suit for him to
Yeah.
be in.
www.bigmenbigsuits.gov.
Yeah, check out that website, guys. They're our #1 sponsor other than Coriander Beer. They've been sending me a bunch of men and a bunch of suits that
Never
are just really big.
The power of
Z to the
Scout's
Lee,
code.
who is also CC Chocobone. Thank you so much for becoming a majority shareholder. Thanking you on stream. Actually, I've never thanked somebody on stream for doing that. So
Yeah, you're welcome.
there it is. You know what's kind of dog is that no one ever says you're welcome.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, are you supposed to? Is that bad taste?
Hashtag too true.
I don't know what things taste like ever. I don't know. So I just can't answer.
Right. Yeah, you can't taste. That's right. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to bring that up.
Okay, get these big men, some big suits, and big men.
Yeah.
That's what he's saying. Looks like we are going to be... Oh, we got someone's PC crashed. We will be jumping into the pro draft after they're able to get their PC back up and running. Hopefully with some type of electrical power.
That would be nice.
Yeah, that would definitely be good. All right, so we've got number 8 seed versus number 9 seed today in the Executive League. They're playing to make the playoffs. So this is like a preliminary stage, your wild card. If you're a baseball follower, who's making it to the playoffs? It is 8 versus 9. And, okay, Mo Brown is coming back in right now.
Oh, thank goodness. Welcome back, Mo Brown.
So DD versus GG. Designated drivers versus Golden Griefers. Golden Griefers part of the Throw Bros Club, as well as designated drivers being part of the 4 Drinks In, 5 Drinks In, Live or Let Die Club. So, 2 orgs clashing here.
Huge.
Yeah, as far as wildcard games go, this is going to be a pretty good one, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be one of the closer ones for sure. I do have a question, though. Like, I would talk about 2 orgs clashing, kind of like Clash of the Titans, kind of like Godzilla versus King Kong. Who would you say is Godzilla in this matchup, and who would you say is King Kong?
That is a very good question. Godzilla, I think, kind of has to be designated drivers. I feel like Godzilla's he's that caretaker mindset, like he's there to help his friends get home safely.
Oh, okay.
And King Kong is really just there to...
He's going ape shit.
Yeah, exactly. He's there to grief. So that would be my...
I like it.
He griefed. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best one I've...
The Empire State Building. Yeah, no, I think I'm happy with that, I think.
I'm happy with it. I think that's a really good outlook for that. I think that we're going to be jumping into the pro draft in just a few moments here. And I think that also, ZZ, I know that you have a big crush on Droxers and Plead the Fifth, who are the ADC and support for designated drivers, but I'm going to ask you to not gush about them too much.
I'll gush in private.
Okay, yeah.
I'll be gushing, though.
If you gush, just mute. It's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to desert this lobby for a second, and then you can bring me back.
Perfect. Yeah, they are jumping around right now. I'm gonna have to get you back in this bad boy though, and you have to jump on down.
Jump it.
Come here, boy.
Nice. Beautiful.
You did such a good job, dude. Damn it. So
Real
good.
proud. Dude,
Talking
you should join big men, big suits.
Bigsuits.gov.
Mm-hmm.
Luck Feig just joined. So that is going to be the support there for the side of Golden Griefers, and we should be getting the pro draft link in just a matter of seconds because now all 10 players are in the lobby with us. We're staring down, I guess our computers because that's where I was going to say them, but we're not really staring them down. They might be staring down each other though. These guys went 1-1 in the regular season, so I'm expecting 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, in the first 2, it will be 1-1. We'll go to a game 3 here. These guys are pretty evenly matched, although I will say I have a little bit of influence over designated drivers lineup. Couldn't really today because of how many people are missing. So they are running with technically 2 subs. Mobron normally is not in the top lane position, although he started to more towards the end of the year. And Tops is in, whereas normally they have Bigfoot. Bigfoot couldn't make it today. So a little bit different lineup for these guys. And I think it's pretty normal for Cristobal, for Fly D to be rotating in and out of the top lane for the side of Golden Griefers. So can one of you move so we can move around real quick? Okay. You're moving around. So
A lot of action in this game already.
Yeah, just maybe.
A lot of moving around.
Logistics are pretty insane.
Mm-hmm. The pathing is crazy.
Not even 5 minutes into the stream, and still the mind games have begun. Almost, maybe, more important than the gameplay itself.
Yeah, this is where the mind games begin.
People like to talk about like winning or losing the game in draft, and they don't actually mean the champions you pick. It's actually like the logistics around drafting, sending the pro draft link, deciding who's on which side. That's really where games are won and lost, because you can come in so tilted from the draft experience that you're not going to be playing your best.
It's true. It's very true.
Looks like they are in this lobby. Reset now. So Luck Fee going to be up in the top lane here. Cristobal over in the mid lane. Lulu, or I'm going to say Lulu, although you could definitely make a case for Laulo.
Laulo.
Yeah, Laulo. You could definitely make a Laulo there. One of those as well.
Low.
Yeah. All of these and all the above could be his name. I'm going to call him Double L.
L-dubs, for short. For even shorter. Once again, more mind games going on. It's madness in the LBLCS.
Yeah, I keep getting
never know what'll happen.
Lobby, which I mean, you have to believe is definitely the work of one of the team captains. They know how I operate, and they know that I obviously have a severe bias, and they're really doing everything in their power to get rid of me.
I mean, can you blame them? Being a mastermind such as yourself?
But
we are the low budget LCS, and we are gonna stop talking occasionally just for fun. I also need a Coriander, guys. Coriander beer is our #1 sponsor. If you're at your local liquor store, pick up Coriander beer.
Just do it.
Okay, here we go. They're gonna start draft. I'm gonna go Tango. I'm gonna get another Coriander.
Yeah, takes two.
Yeah, you guys talk about this hot draft.
Big draft time.
Okay, well, I don't see anything yet, but that's still pretty exciting. It looks like we're...
Anticipation only builds as we head into game 1 of this best of 3. There could be 3 entire games of League of Legends. By the end, people are going to be falling out of their chairs. The Rel band coming through. Pretty standard stuff there. She has a lot of power down in that support role.
Yeah, bit of a scary horse and javelin master. Is it a no? What do they call joust?
Yeah,
joust.
Okay,
That's a tough word.
Band, so that definitely looks like a target ban. Vel'Koz is definitely not one of the more meta champions at the moment. So
Vel'Koz is a ban on the flex. So both Ninja Bear and Plead the Fifth have a very good Vel'Koz. And I think Ninja Bear went like 14-1 against them in the regular season on Vel'Koz.
Holy cow.
So they're afraid of it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Lots of sense in Narban as well.
Yeah, designated driver coming after the Wombo right off the bat. Don't want to face into a giant, cluster of a team fight.
I was trying to crack my beer near the microphone, and it just got all over my face.
Oh.
The LBLCS. Come for the League of Legends. Stay for the beer opening ASMR. What a sound.
Well, I'm just going to pretend it's moisturizing my face. I think it is. Seraphine taking away, Zoe taking away, so they both don't like girls that float, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, frankly, it is a bit startling. Like, how do they float above the surface like that?
Victor is actually going to be first picked.
Both teams have a horse ban.
First pick Victor. That is really interesting. I don't know what the motive is there or what you plan to do with it, but I mean, generally blind picking an immobile mage first round, they must really want that Victor and are scared of getting taken away.
This is them punishing them for taking the mid lane ban and throwing it onto the Vel'Koz. Ninja Bear, if there's 3 champions you're really talking about, it's going to be that Vel'Koz, it's going to be the Victor, and he also has a really great Rumble, but Rumble's just not in the best place right now.
Right.
Golden Griefer's going to be like, okay, well, we can match the mid for mid. We'll take the Orianna. Looking at their second pick here now. I would expect something that either, 1, they can flex, or 2, is just a generic support or jungler. Yeah. I wouldn't expect an ADC yet because you only know Victor's in the game, and I wouldn't expect the top lane because you have your full counter now. But it looks like they're going full Wombo.
Whoa. Yeah, that is a really, I mean, take away the Gnar, take away the Rel, but Malphite Orianna does a hell of a job too, so definitely watch out on the side of DD. Gonna have to pick some sort of peel, some sort of, some safer characters.
Absolutely.
And I mean, Victor Orianna in the mid lane, like, the camera's not going to cut the mid lane until like 25 minutes. Nothing's going to happen in that lane.
Yeah.
Olaf being hovered now for tops in the jungler. Remember, this is not their normal jungler, and I think he's only played top for them. His name is actually kind of tricky. He's a tops player, like he's named Tops, but he plays jungle. The tops player of the game? The tops player of the game. Olaf and Zyra picked up here for the side of designated drivers.
So sort of an eclectic mix here for designated drivers.
Yeah, the team cohesion's missing a little bit, but I think a lot of this is comfort. I know Olaf is something tops plays. I know Victor is one of the big 3 for Ninja. Zyra, we could have seen Shaco, we could have seen Zyra, we could have seen a lot out of Plead the Fifth. He really has this insane champ pool that if you decide to ban out, you're going to be all 5 bans. Amumu picked up as well, so now you've got some big tanks, a lot of damage. I think you're trying to cut high damage ADCs out as fast as you can if you're DD, because this is a good Wombo, but if they don't kill Olaf, if they don't kill Victor, big problems.
Yeah, I think you can ban away something like the Jinx, something like the Aphelios here. Something
even
that's
MF,
really gonna...
I think Misfortune be a really good addition for that combo. But
confused that GG would ban Jinx there. It feels like that's a good pick for them, but if you're scared of the Jinx, the Zyra into the choppers, I could sort of understand that, but I feel like Jinx would actually be a good pick for them. Leona makes a lot of sense too as a ban. Yeah. But honestly, with all the Wombo GG have so far, I feel like they could afford to go for a more Enchantress style support. You could pick something like a Soraka, something like a Janna. Maybe not Janna, but that would be counterproductive. But something with heals, just to sort of keep your people alive, because you could add even more CC with a Nautilus or something, but you sort of got that covered already with your first 3 picks.
Misfortune ban. Okay.
So it's strange that Golden Guardians ban Misfortune because it was just like they had next pick. I wouldn't expect them to be taking out the 2 ADCs and the side of designated drivers taking out 2 supports. I think the support ban does make sense because you know that Malphite, Amumu, Orianna is not there, so you know you're targeting one of them. They're going to take the Tristana.
Okay.
That's a high damage enough. Definitely has good early game pressure as well. Zyra's decent into it, but not great. She can also bomb those plants and try to blow them up, just get that splash damage quickly. Caitlyn, Zyra can be oppressive, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got so much zone control with Zyra, Caitlyn, and Victor, so basically you're doing your best not to get engaged on, but I mean,
my God.
As you may.
Whoa.
And here comes Darius. Mobron selecting the Darius up there in the top lane. We're going to see how that matchup is going to go. very interested in what this support pick is going to be because I like Golden Guardians draft a lot for team fights, and I think everything else, if you have little skirmishes, I think Olaf Victor are going to crush Oriana Amumu in the mid game around those Scuttle Crabs. That mid jungle synergy is a little bit stronger for them, but that Lulu makes this absolutely wild. Now you have insane Wombo. Tristana can go in, she can come out. She has the protection from Lulu, protection from Oriana. I think Golden Guardians draft a little bit better.
Yeah.
Or wow, Golden Guardians, Golden Griefers. That's how they get me. That's how they get
Golden.
I gotta sign out now. Fuck.
I absolutely agree. I think the idea is super simple. It's just a press R comp with Tristana, just some follow up damage. That is really solid. DD, a little bit harder to play. You're basically trying to get to objectives first and set up because walking into Victor, Zyra, Caitlyn, and Darius is a bit difficult, but it's not impossible, especially when you have Malphite and Amumu. Caitlyn, not the most agile. Neither is Victor, so I do agree that GG have a better draft, but I think if played right, DD can definitely win these sort of 3v3 skirmishes and should have good objective control.
Right.
Looks like we will be starting in just a few seconds. These are the final drafts. Now, Oriana into Victor, I know that matchup pretty well. In fact, I've played it against Ninja Bear. I've played it against Droxers as well. I've also played this exact matchup in Droxers on the opposite side. And I played against a lot of other people with this in solo queue and flex queue. The matchup I actually don't know that well is Darius versus Malphite, and I know that neither of you are top lane specialists, but I'm wondering how that matchup does go, because I think Darius has a lot of priority early on, and then later if Malphite can have anybody come up, he can just CC for the damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think once early, I think Darius will definitely have an advantage, but Malphite is going to hit a point where he's tanky enough that he can just sort of shrug it off, especially with his passive shield. Yeah. I don't think they're going to see a lot of each other either, because Malphite's probably going to be grouping up a little bit more. So once turrets start to fall, you hit the mid game. I don't think they're going to be running into each other. So maybe a lane matchup that favors Darius, but I don't think it's like a cataclysmic problem.
So they're giving like a little bit of a disadvantage to their top lane to make sure they secure a very strong team fight comp. So I would expect them to be playing around these dragons, although Tristana, Lulu, and Caitlyn, Zyra can be a really explosive lane. Both have kill potential. Both can do pretty crazy things. Tristana's in a great place to basically become this like ADC assassin right now in the meta, and Caitlyn, Zyra can long range really poke these guys out if they're able to get any prio around there. So I'm very interested in how these first two dragons go.
I really like the Lulu pick. I think that was so smart. I mentioned you probably don't need any more CC. You get a little bit more, though, with the polymorph, but really it's about keeping Tristana alive because she's the main DPS on this team. I think Lulu's really smart. You can try to peel away anyone who runs at her. You still have enough Wombo, and you can get a boost to her damage, which I think is really, really solid.
Yeah, so I think this goes a couple different ways. I think, one, if Golden Guardians don't fall behind in their lanes by too much, even if you're down by a couple hundred gold, that's fine. If you're up, it's crazy good, because I think when you start grouping around that 15-20 minute mark, like a lot more, you're kind of roaming as a team, roaming as this base of people. Thanks so much, Lil Winnick, coming out, majority shareholder. Once you're roaming as that like basically death ball comp, right? You really do become favored to win basically every fight. The one exception is, can you pick Lulu with Victor damage, and can Olaf get in there and destroy the ADC? Because if anyone survives on DD, and this is where the one part of the equation does favor them, because I think most of it favors GG here. But if DD do get like equal trades at all, everybody on their team does damage. Malphite and Amumu may not be able to easily kill a group of them solo, but Zyra Darius is enough damage to fight, and I think that is one thing they have going. Everybody's got damage on the side of DD, so.
Yeah, I mean, if you can get into these little skirmishes, I do think there's potential, based on whatever 3-on-3 it happens to be. There's definitely potential for DD to win, like you said, because of the damage output. But as we get later and later, Malphite ult plus Oriana ult is going to practically one-shot a lot of people, and if it doesn't kill them, it's going to take them out of the fight. So you really got to try to make the most of your comp early. And I mentioned it earlier, but I really think like it's so hard to walk up against a Zyra Caitlyn.
Yeah.
So if you can get to Dragon first and set up some good wards and get the traps down, I think you're in pretty good shape. But if you are actually able to get them, if they can get onto you, you are in a lot of trouble.
The other thing I will say, Amumu's bandage toss is Q, if you're unfamiliar with the name of the ability. Does connect onto Plead the Fifth, so the Zyra here, the plants that she has. So you can actually block that kind of incoming stuff, which can matter a little bit. I don't know if we're going to see that come out in this game. I think that normally if you're Amumu, you're probably going to be focusing this mid lane here and trying to get those early scuttles, trying to farm equal this Olaf, because Olaf farms so quickly. Ladui says, let's go designated drivers. My boy Ninja Bear got this. Oh, can somebody that's not me do bets? So that actually, I'll just make the stream lag. I don't give a shit. We're low budget for goddamn.
No one taught me how to make bets. I have no idea what I'm doing.
You have to go to like the moderator.
Mod menu and
hit
click
like
stuff.
Predictor. I think it's like called Play Predictor or something. And then you click bang, and then you have to mash spacebar.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's a really interactive one. I got the prediction coming, boys. Don't worry.
Some exciting stuff. I think you guys are right. I think GG honestly does have the better lineup when it comes to this game. Like you were saying, the Lulu itself, being able to have that shield, that ultimate,
yeah,
it's just going to be a game changer.
So the other thing I will say to you, though,
designated driver.
If you've got a head on the side of designated drivers and their wombo isn't killing you, if their wombo doesn't instant blow up Caitlyn or instant blow up Victor, and Olaf gets in the back and is able to kill anybody, these team fights are really going to swing. So really, I think this is if you are GG, you tuck back early, you say, okay, we're conceding early gold, we're conceding a little bit of early pressure, because we know when we start grouping as 5, we've got this.
Yeah, that's the main thing. I think the one glaring weakness with GG's comp would be the fact that they only have one main source of DPS. So if Tristana were to get caught or fall behind compared to the Darius and the Olaf, she's the only one who can shred them.
Yeah.
And if those two aren't dying to Tristana, they're not dying to anybody. So that is the main weakness with this comp. I would say not a huge weakness, but that is definitely your way into the game if you're on the side of designated drivers.
Okay, here's what I'm doing.
Right,
I'm
yeah.
going to predict something. You ready? At around
Okay.
26 to 28 minutes, there's going to be a fight in the mid-bot side river. Okay? It is going to be heavily in favor of GG to win the fight, and Darius is going to start popping off because Olaf traded his life to kill Tristana. Caitlyn and Victor are dead. It's just Zyra and Darius gets a pentakill. He looks like C9 balls at Worlds, and then GG win right after in the next fight.
Okay. Yeah, that's
GG win right after. GG run back and just respawn
Obliterate him.
and
Yeah, they get him this time.
yeah, just wipe
like
them.
That's what I see happening. And then, you know what? I've been wrong, but I've been right.
you have.
Yeah,
It's very true.
Intermittent, occasions you have been known to be correct. So
I think I've been there when you've been correct, actually.
That's
yeah,
Freaking
That's an
weird.
anomaly.
2011.
Yeah, it's been a while,
I
but
was watching The Price is Right.
Clicking on my George Foreman grill. Designated drivers and golden griefers. The bets for them right now are pretty even. It's 1.2k to 1.2k. It looks like. So it's still open for a few more minutes if you guys are trying to bet those schmeckles. I've seen something new in schmeckle betting. I want to bring it up.
let's hear it.
Teams don't fucking bet people don't bet on the team's game 1. You just don't do it.
No, you got to see. You got to see what happens.
They test the water, say, okay, XYZ might win, sure. Maybe they haven't watched the league and now they're tuning in because it's playoffs. Well, really, this is Wildcard to get to playoffs, but same thing, right? You're still in this longer competition where it's a best of 3 here. And then game 2, I see them bet an outrageous amount of schmeckles, where it's like 60,000 schmeckles to 20,000 schmeckles, where this one's like currently just 6,000 to 6,000.
Yeah.
This is small potatoes.
I think we need to call these people out. If you're not betting all of your schmeckles game 1, are you even betting at all?
Yeah, well, if you bet all your
Have
schmeckles
some
game 1, you
risk.
got to save up during game 2, dude. Like, keep clicking the
I am
button.
currently at 0 schmeckles every single game. Every game.
Because you keep losing
On account of the fact that I
bet.
keep losing, yes, but
I think everybody in chat wants to know who you put Schmeckles on this game, so they can put.
let's not talk about it.
Who
I-
did you put
Give away any
Schmeckles on?
hints.
I have a very sort of like Daniel Craig Casino Royale approach to my Schmeckle betting. I
Oh,
like to remain
You have a heart attack in the middle.
Yeah, I killed 6 bodyguards before showing up to the cast today.
very cool. Very, very cool. I love it. I love it.
It is still really even, but you know what? I would expect that because I think while we are favoring Golden Griefers draft, I think that yes, the draft on the side of designated drivers is comfort picks, and it's definitely a comp that can work against this. And I'll also say that this is seeding 8 and seeding 9. I mean, these teams are directly next to each other; they're hugging at the table. So
Yeah, quick smooch.
it could quick smooches. They went 1-1 in the regular season. It's anybody's game. Anybody's game.
Mm-hmm. It could be. Now, let's talk about these skins.
Yeah.
Let's.
Shamrock
All right.
Malphite's the best skin in the game, so already I'm more on GG's side.
Yeah.
However,
Yeah.
I will say Lulu without a skin makes them a team of 4 skin,
Oof.
and then 5 skin up top.
Full Machine Victor is just a hilarious skin. Like, what is he supposed to be? We'll never know.
It's a full machine.
We don't know. He's
He's
just a
Brolop's
full
a great
robot.
skin. Brolop is a great skin. Pumpkin Prince Amumu's a great skin. Not that any other skin... No skin in here is bad. But I will
Nah.
say, Droxers often is ridiculed by his team for being a cop, because his whole team is criminals. And they don't like this cop. And he did play Caitlyn and wore the cop skin. So there's even more, secret lore of BM going on backstage.
Do you think that's going to tear the team apart? Like, do you think
I think
that's
they're already arguing.
purposeful? Maybe they'll be more on edge, is what it is, and that'll give them the game edge that they need.
Yeah, could be. Couldn't be though too. Like, it could be, but couldn't
Yeah.
be.
Could and
don't know.
couldn't be. Yep.
Some pinks
We
coming out.
we don't know
Ooh.
anything about really anything. We just talk.
Looks like they are going to be
Ooh.
going up to the top lane here. There's going to be some type of 5-man invade. Let's see if they catch anybody out. I think they are looking for that Malphite, because if they do set Malphite pretty far behind and Darius gets that little bit of lead, it can make
That's
a
big.
huge difference. Yeah, he has taken teleport too, so he's not going that solo queue ghost flash style we see all the time.
Nothing will tilt you more than playing against a Ghost Flash Darius one trick.
In 5s too. Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay, they're
And you
actually-
picked something like off-roll and fun, but this is
They're getting spotted out. They do know that Malphite's there. They're going to kind of walk around. They're just going to check stuff. Top's throwing his axe into every bush, making sure nobody is there. Now they're looking for Luck Feig. I'm going to call him Luck, because I feel like I'm going to fuck that up. You know what I mean?
do it.
Yeah.
Walk away. Okay, good. Unless you have an excellent catch, fighting level 1 is
Neither of these teams are crazy
Yeah.
good level 1. I will say,
Yeah.
plead the 5th on that Zyra. Definitely can hit a little bit. Lulu's always good to invade, but just because of her ability to impact team fights even at level 1, no matter what spell you take, is really crazy. So those the two
Olaf is
supports
nuts.
make it
Level
possible.
1.
Yeah,
Yeah, true.
but not crazy catch if you miss that first axe.
No, that's true. You gotta hit it.
Yeah.
You have to.
Speaking of things that you guys have got to hit, you've got to hit the follow button. You've got to hit the subscribe button. And I can't believe I've got to tell you this.
Wow.
You've got to hit the donate button and then $6 million. I'm so
Just
sorry.
do it. Do it already.
$6 million.
Yeah.
And if it's anything less, to be frank, we don't want it. We don't deal in small
Get it out of
sums
here.
of currency.
I'm not about that.
Bye.
We're going to
Yeah.
flash back and forth pretty quick between mid and bot where the action is. It looks like there's going to be an attempted steal. They do have their own blue buff warded, so they're going to see Tops going in for this right here, right now. They should spot him.
Tops.
Oh, Tops going to run all the way through. On the mini-map, he is running through. He's trying to push him out away from the Wolves. He does have Smite up. It looks like Amumu uses the Smite right there, and Tops is going to have to run away and back up on out of it.
Yeah, big waste of time there from Tops. Isn't even able to secure the wolves. He's just going to run back to his blue side.
Okay, now...
Fortunately, there's He's lurking.
He is looking. He wants
He
to
really
bother
is.
Amumu because this is true. If you do catch Amumu behind, if you can set Amumu behind in some way, it becomes really unfortunate for him. His Tops is playing desperately. He does get it. He hits level 3, and now he's here to fight.
No.
He's here to stay.
No
Oh
way.
my God, Tops is popping
What?
off. That's the first blood of the game, and designated drivers are trying to take this one home, just like the drunk people in their car.
Oh my God.
So unlucky on the side.
He's dropping so low. A nice flash over the wall by... It's Inigo, but I want to call him Indigo.
It's Inigo.
Inigo?
Yeah.
Inigo, yeah.
Inigo?
Yeah.
Okay. How do you say the rest of it?
Montoya.
Toya.
Alright.
Is-
Which one should
I
you
guess.
call him? Inigo or
It's a
Montoya?
PB reference.
Yeah.
Peanut butter reference? Nice.
Yep.
Are you not watching The Princess Bride, Buggle? That's a quality film.
You have to
I
watch
actually
it
was
while
in-
watching this game.
Okay, there's a pause in the game.
You were not in the Prince. Stop lying.
I was in it. In spirit. Not in reality. Just like in my feelings were in it. You know?
Oh, okay. Even though you don't know the name of one of the main characters.
Right. Well, I
Okay.
was so far in it, I didn't really recognize what was going on, but I am recognizing
okay.
what's going on in this
Yeah.
game. And it's that it keeps pausing on my screen.
Ew.
There is a little bit of a CS lead. Plead the fifth being as annoying as possible on that Zyra. A lot of damage coming out from Droxers. The net is going to connect, and they're going to get
Ooh.
Tristana so low.
It's a little scary.
You've already burnt one summoner on Inigo Montoya. Definitely vulnerable on the Lulu, and you can just basically keep shoving this in, force them to either take a terrible recall or miss a ton of CS. Mumu's going to come over
He's
and help.
standing
but
on a
actually
ward.
see him.
Yeah, they should see him on the ward. And
Yeah.
now they know where he is. Olaf, I would expect to go in and bother that. Were able to stop the back just by causing a little bit of pressure. I would expect Olaf to clear his blue buff and run right into the enemy jungle here. Oh my God, it's
Right.
still here.
Time
Oh!
spent.
Oh, he's just hanging.
A lot of damage. A lot of damage onto him.
Oh. You gotta hate being that low. Very uncomfortable spot to be in.
Yeah, it's
So,
tough.
like,
Darius doing great on the CS.
He's zoning him out really well. He is going to be crashing
Yeah.
a wave right now, so Malphite should get some back. The one thing Malphite's doing really well is he's not exiting the range for experience, so he is still leveling up at the same rate, which is really big because come team fights, you're not expecting him to either blow up the enemy team or to live forever. You're expecting him to do what he needs to do, get in there, tank as much as he can, and knock everybody up so that Orianna can do the damage.
Right. Yeah, good point. Very good point. I'm really liking this Dario skin though. Nice and he's got little farts that come out of his back end. That's pretty cool.
Ram Cannon not really voting for Mobron.
thanks, Brian.
He's voting for Mobron's dog, which we've seen many emotes and emojis come out of that guy. Absolutely the cutest dog I've ever seen in my entire life. We also got a big boy gushing. He's doing basically what ZZ is doing when he mutes his mic, but he is gushing all over Plead the Fifth right now. Poach Guppy.
Oh, is he gushing right now?
He's gushing. You might want to have Gush Fest with him.
I can get down with that.
Yeah. He's coming
This is a Merchant's rush out of Victor. I mean, you see the CC. I don't hate it, but I
There's
mean, he's
four-
going to be doing a lot of damage.
Yeah, definitely early, but first off, you can dodge a lot of stuff. Second off, there's 4 AP sources coming out from the side of Golden Griefers, so itemizing any amount of MR early is really good. He's not looking to blow you up early. In fact, these guys, I think, are looking to try to play around this mid-game power spike when they all are going to get their same items together. If you can keep setting back this Mumu, who's now dropping pretty far in farm, you could definitely get a pretty significant advantage. Caitlyn about to go up in CS. Mid lane is up in CS. Top lane is up in CS. Jungle's up in CS. So the gold lead for them is over 1.5k. I mean, they are looking really good on the side of DD right now. But we know Golden Griefers, they have that late game wombo, right? They're just
Right.
chilling.
Yeah, the timing's going to be real weird on this game, I feel.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised to see DD go towards an early dragon here. I feel like you have a lot of control over the bot lane. Your
Especially-
controller is far ahead, so wouldn't be surprised to see them go for the Cloud Drake, try to get that stacking.
Well, also, the Cloud Drake is the one Drake you don't want the other team to have a Mumu in a little bit of trouble right now. It looks like Crystal Ball is going to come around the corner. He does have the ultimate. A nice flash away from Tops. Going to keep him alive for a little bit longer. Ninja Bear's down here. Drops the ultimate onto him. Lulu dropping really low. Is he going to be able to finish him off? He's not. That's a flash for a flash. Looks like 3 have been used right now. Malphite comes in, though. Drops the ultimate, and they're going to finish off Tops. Ninja Bear should be the next one to go down. But Darius is right here. He's going to do as much damage as he can. Crystal Ball, you flash forward. You're in a dangerous spot. He goes down to the ultimate of Mobron. And it's 2-1, a 1-for-1 there in a crazy fight in the jungle.
Ball, you can't go flashing into Darius's. That's not how that works. Got a little bit too greedy on the back end, wanted to get the second kill, instead trades one back. Gives up her flash as well. So, all in all, pretty net neutral on that one.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting game here. What I'm worried about, and sorry for that little bit of a camera change, guys. I was just trying to fix something on my screen. One of the things I'm worried about is exactly what just happened. Tops, we saw overextend a couple times early, but he was successful in the end to value that Amumu. This time, we saw him go in. He had a really great flash away from the shockwave, but the organization needs to be better, because if their organization isn't good around a team that has Wombo combo, the team with Wombo combo is going to win.
Yeah.
Just looking at where that gold ends up, I mean, on one side it's on the Namumu, which isn't that great, and the other side it's on the Darius, who is already stomping top lane. So really, actually, I think a win there for designated drivers, because any way you can get that Darius fed, definitely valuable. Just teleported top, though, 1 FTP if there's any dragon fight. Malphite does have his, and a bit more team fight power. So if we see any moves towards the dragon, Malphite could be there to assist, because he is an R button, and his gold deficit doesn't mean he can't still blow you up.
Mm-hmm. Poshkup, he's still gushing over Plead the Fifth. He's swift, he's fast, he's Plead the Fifth. That's what he says. And it looks like they might be able to catch... Oh, they were not able to catch. A nice heal there from Tristana, keeping her alive. Was able to hold on to her flash as well. Just uses her jump to get away. Mumu on the bottom side of the map, though, can come and help. So many plates down. It looks like this bot lane is really getting ahead in gold. 78 to 45 in CS. He's up almost 1,000 gold. He's up about 800 gold on the Caitlyn, which is massive. Mid lane's up about 300. Top lane's up about 700. This is a pretty crazy game. And, you know, yes, we talked about they're going to win early, but come these first couple of 5-man team fights, I'm really interested in how they play out. Uh-oh,
yeah.
We're losing trouble. A lot of ultimates being dropped. The flash away is going to have to get burned right there. A flash forward from the rest of them. Oh! Ignite doesn't take him down, but it was so close.
Nice effort by Droxers. The flash net really nicely done. Able to push Lulu out of lane. They can keep shoving this. And Amula's shadowing, but he's still level... he's not even level 6, so... Not a lot he can do there.
Yeah. A lot of sustain here from the Malphite. Now has the Bomby Cinder. He's got a cloth armor. He's chugging his pots that he has. Mobron just trying to heal up with those Qs.
Just dancing around with his Merc treads in the mid lane, having a jolly old time.
Yeah, enjoying himself.
Yeah, they're definitely enabling him to get a little bit of CS lead because she can't trade onto him, so she can bother him, which pushes her off of the CS there. They are pinging where Mumu is. They know that he's in the mid lane. This dragon is still up. No major objective has been taken yet. All the towers are down. Herald was taken, I guess, by Olaf earlier in the game, but you know, no dragon taken yet, which is interesting because if there's any dragon you want to deny or take, it's this dragon from the side of GG.
Yeah, absolutely. Clodrake does a whole hell of a lot for the Golden Griefers.
They've got really great ultimates.
There's a ward there.
Uh-oh.
Thing is, I mean, if Lulu steps too far forward again, she flashed out of the last one. She can't do that again. So
Yeah.
one misstep, and you can...
And Tops is actually... Oh, they're going to knock down this tower because it's at 2 stacks.
Okay.
It's pre-14 minutes. They're going to drop this Herald. Droxer's going to try to clear this wave, and Tops is going to go right to the Dragon. Plead the Fifth can help clear the wave as well. It'll charge up. It'll take. They should get the Dragon off of this as well because of the extra pressure they have, the wave being cleared. So, good play here from DD. Let's see if they are able to actually get this Dragon because there's a lot of pings coming out now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not necessarily the most efficient use of the Rift Herald there, I would say, because there were already so few plates left, but with it they are able to convert it into Dragon pressure, so I would say that is actually a very successful Rift Herald, even though you probably didn't need it to knock down the turret. Gets you enough priority on
Yeah,
the
but it
map.
gets you all this gold on Droxer, who is a cop. He's wearing the cop skin.
Yeah.
And it gives you this pressure now. Now you could switch. Now you could put this Merc Treads Victor into the bot lane if you need to, and he could just slowly farm up.
I think that's exactly what they should do. Send Caitlyn mid where she can keep farming. Send Victor bot. He's almost going to have TP back up, and really he's not looking to skirmish a lot right now. He just wants to keep farming up.
Yeah.
Wait until he can get some proper AP on himself.
Yeah, he might be in a little bit of danger. He wants to go as aggressive as he can onto Cristobal. Amumu not punishing him, though.
Ooh.
He might come over right now, and it looks like he's going to take a tower shot as well. If they're able to get the CC on him, and they nice flash away from Ninja Bear, able to dodge it by a sliver. That was such a good play there from Golden Guardians. Great flash from Ninja Bear. Plead the fifth, just looking for a kill. He's going to find him. He's going to flash away. Doesn't even get hit by the shockwave. It doesn't fully get off. Now Lulu in a little bit of trouble. The two players from DD shredding through these guys. The double kill for Plead the fifth. I can hear Poach Guppy gushing in the chat without even looking at it.
Really nice lurk there from Plead the Fifth. Able to sneak in unnoticed. Sits on a pink ward and absolutely blows up Cristobal.
Fantastic play.
Really nice. Ninja Bear, good flash at the beginning.
Yeah.
Top lane, a flash from Mobron, trying to get his mace stacks on him as he can. Now they're doing as much damage as he can. The ultimate does come out onto Mobron, drops super low, doesn't get that Q off as well. Top's now chasing down under the tower. There's no ultimate, no flash for the side of Luckfeeg, but I don't think he will be able to kill him.
Here comes Amumu.
Amumu is up there, but they're going to get mid tower off this right now. So even if they do lose Darius, they should be able to double back, take this tower, and help the top lane if they need to. So much pressure right here. Top's doing a good job absorbing two people.
Having that Victor being able to zone things out is just so nice.
Yeah.
So nice.
God.
Yeah, insane amounts of damage output from them too.
Vision wars going on down there in the river. Ninja Bear does take that mid lane turret, so the turrets go to 2-0. The gold lead actually increased to about 6K now, which is massive at 14 minutes. You know, DG looking so clean.
Yeah, they're looking great right now.
This is the worry for GG, right? We talked about it. If they're even at 15 minutes, the game is all theirs. But they got to remain somewhat even, and I feel like 6K is not even. You're down a Drake, you're down 2 towers, you don't have as much pressure, you need to start warding your jungle. If you could get back into the game, if you can find 1 or 2 fights where you take and you win those, now you can win the game. Because I think the second DD loses momentum, GG are going to take the game. And I think that's super important to remember watching this, playing in this. You know, okay, we're down. We know we're down. We're down in CS in about every single lane. You know, we're suffering a little bit. But the second we're not, we take the game. You need to find your way to do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the pace change is like really important in this game.
Looks like setup for the Herald.
Yeah, second Herald, not as important, but I mean, if you can pick it up for free, you might as well. Just gonna send Mobron bot to catch this wave. Things sort of chilling for the time being. Blue buff onto Victor, that feels real nice. You can perma push.
Yep, and they are doing a really good job of pushing Zyra and Caitlyn to the lane where the tower is to take the next tower they want. They did it bot lane, they dropped the Herald, they rotated them mid, they took the tower, now they rotated them top. They're looking to take that tower against the Malphite, who's going to have a really hard time going in on 2 people. If there's anything that oppresses Malphite, it's 2 different damage sources and long range.
Yeah, you have an amazing siege with the Zyra and the Caitlyn, and Malphite can't do anything about it, so.
Right, and here comes Ninja Bear. They're actually just looking to bother him, trying to poke him all the way down. The stun might come out, but he has to drop the ultimate. Unstoppable Force is gone, and it looks like Owaf is just going to be able to take this for free, this Herald. So he grabs that. The next Drake spawning in 45-ish seconds, though, so that's pretty important. And it is a Mountain Drake. So we're either getting Infernal or Ocean for our full soul, and I think that if you get 4 of either of those, you're going to win. So honestly, you know, this is a very tricky game for how you're going to play it.
If I'm DD, oh, here we go.
Yeah, another fight up here at the top lane. No unstoppable force this time for Luckfeeg, but a lot of damage coming out from Cristobal, looking for an ultimate, but doesn't find it. Will they get another charge out of this Herald? I think they will, as it charges up, and Tristan's trying to get behind it. The auto attack doesn't come in time. It does get the damage off onto the tower. Darius just simply split pushing in the bot lane, and the Dragon's up in a second.
Ooh.
On the side of GG, I would rather have the Infernal Drake just for the initial wombo. Meanwhile, I think Ocean Drake would be better for the side of designated drivers. And
Yeah.
of course, you don't get to pick, so it doesn't
Ooh.
matter.
Uh-oh.
See you,
Mobron
Darius.
looking like he's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah,
Q doesn't connect. Nothing hits. He's able to get one pull in, but he gets taken down. 4-3 goes the score. And now you put in DD in a very interesting position where they've all backed off the top lane. They either got to try to commit to you or try to make a play somewhere else. And it looks like they're just going to concede the dragon.
Yeah, Mobron trying to clear some vision out of the pit for his team, and unfortunately gets teleported. So they lose out on that dragon, and it's going to be Infernal Soul. Ooh.
Yeah.
So,
See who's able
and I mean,
to pick those up.
anyone it's happy with.
If the Wombo gets a couple Infernal Souls, and that means that their Wombo will finish those players off, and that's so important. However, this game can become really explosive because the team in the lead right now is designated drivers.
Yeah, that gold lead has ballooned even more at this point. So definitely not a close game in terms of gold, but you pick up a dragon, you delay the stack, and you know that eventually your wombo is going to do some serious damage. So if you can bide your time, there's still a chance for you here on the side of Golden Griefers.
Yeah, and there's no kills yet onto the Caitlyn. I mean, Zyra is the one that picked him up. Yeah, she's going to drop a little bit of extra AP damage. Tops might be in some trouble if they do spot him out. They do. But no engage onto him. They don't have Malphite over there. Oh, there's a lot of damage onto Tristana right there.
Yeah, DD just trying their best right now. Trying to get back that little bit of momentum. Darius in the bot lane.
Yeah, and they were able to pick up some of it, right? Because they killed that Darius, they got that dragon. But looking at their items, I mean, every mythic is finished for the side of DD, and GG doesn't have any of their tanks or their supports have their items finished. So that's really important to note and talk about when these fights do break out. If it is a 5v5, right now the team with 5 mythics is going to take it.
Yeah, not too much craziness going on right now. Red side obviously trying to get the vision in their jungle. Play it safe. They're down all their front towers.
Yeah.
Which I think makes the fact that they were able to pick up that dragon so much more important, because when you're doing your 3 outers, you're wasting a lot of your vision in your own jungle. It's really hard to push up for those objectives. You just don't have the words to do it. So when you are able to get a pick like that onto Mobron and secure the dragon, not only does it delay the stack by 5 minutes, but it's really one of your only chances.
Mobron doing so much damage. The ultimate comes out. Luckfeed dropping a little bit onto his pots. Will he be able to heal enough through this? He doesn't, and Darius picks up a crazy kill down in the bot lane. That means so much. He's actually going to rotate to the mid lane right now. They're going to say, let's try to break open this whole base. Caitlyn's in the top lane, though. It is only a 4v4 in the mid lane if they do choose to fight, and it looks like it's GG that decides to fight. The shockwave hits nobody. A great dodge here from the side of DD as they're looking for the rest of the fight going down. Caitlyn ultimate is coming in. It does hit Crystal but it's unable to kill. Darius the first one to go down in the fight. The next one is gonna be Olaf, and actually Golden Griefers are doing so well here. They're gonna push off this tower though.
Yeah, smart idea. You still have half your team. Everybody else is low.
Yeah.
Take that a little bit of an advantage that you have.
In a fight with no top laner, no Malphite ult, and a completely whiffed Orianna Shockwave, Golden Griefers come away with a 2-for-1.
And I think...
So, not bad at all.
It's not bad. I think that also with communication. I think Golden Griefers' communication superior in that team fight, right? You're talking about who are you targeting. And you look at the side of Golden Griefers at the end of that fight, and they were all like 200, 300 health. But you look at the side of designated drivers, 3 of them are full health. One of them's fully deleted. The other one's trying to chase you down with the Olaf, but he goes too deep. He's the only one you're hitting. So the way they, were focusing their resources was much better in that fight.
Absolutely.
And I think that's evidence of what, Golden Griefers can do. You have a coordinated team fight, and, there's only potential for it to grow. If you had a Malphite ult and a connected Orianna ult to that fight, they could have even maybe picked up a 3rd or a 4th kill.
Yeah.
Nicely done. The Lulu,
Lulu's in a lot of trouble. They've been doing so much damage. The ultimate's going to come out and secure it, but it goes to Ninja Bear, which is who you wanted on. He goes to 1-0-3. And we talk about the score being 6-5, and I'll talk about it right now since I don't know if we have to talk about it. But all the deaths for the side of designated drivers are on their top jungle, and I think those are the 2 people that are just diving in like crazy madmen.
Yeah.
Such a greedy path by the Lulu. You don't need to walk there. You can take the safe way. You don't gain anything by being greedy like that. It only costs your team, and that is exactly what happens. Right when I was about to praise him, because he popped off in that last fight. He was able to keep Oriana alive, keep the shields on.
Well, he's got that Moonstone now. You're going to see that become a really big theme of this game is, can someone survive by a sliver? And with Lulu in the game, it might be able to, because a lot of damage now going onto the Tristana, a little bit onto Lulu as well. They're going to back up from this fight. There's going to be a big river fight, and there's the ultimate from Luckfeet. They're looking for the damage on to Bleed the Fifth. They're able to shut him down. Lulu goes down on the backside as well, and it looks like Olaf is able to pick up Tristana. Everybody is falling for the side of Golden Griefers, and they might be doing the second word in their name, because this second Drake going to Designated Drivers.
Do you Drake and then Baron? Is that the move?
Easily, I think. You have a lot of time. You've got you've got 4 people up, and that's the problem with going in like that on the Malphite when your team can't follow up, is that, like, once the Malphite's out of the way, it's really easy for the Olaf and for the Darius to get onto your back line.
Mm-hmm.
The poor Tristana, nothing to be done. Shockwave dropped at the very end, is not able to find a kill, and now you've given up the third Drake of the game, second for the team, and they're going to collect a Baron and only balloon this gold lead, probably going to end up around, 11 or 12k. So
we talked about, like, okay, if you're even in gold way earlier for the side of Golden Reapers, you have a better chance to win this, at a normal speed. You're in a spot now where you're going to be down, plus 10k at 23 and a half minutes. It is rough. It is definitely this is a hill you got to climb. But we're at a league where this is Executive League. So, I mean, this is plat average. You've got P1s, you've got G1s, and everything in between. So looking at who's playing, these guys aren't going to give up, because they know if we stall out the game, if we can get everybody in the entire game to 6 items, and we can actually blow up their damage dealers, we can do a really good job to basically secure these objectives, but they've got to have better vision, and it's so hard when you don't have a single tower.
Yeah, that's really, really tough.
Ninja Bear farming like a madman.
Yeah, look at that CS. Very nice.
Top's in the mid lane with the Baron. The rest of the team is on the way. Malphite's backing up in the top lane. Oriana might be in a little bit of trouble if she does decide to stay, although Amumu is rotating over to her. Tristana's up against Darius, who also has Baron-empowered minions. Not too much actually happening. There's a little bit of standoff. And this is what happens with Baron sometimes, because you can't actually really pressure them. They have a wombo. If you send Olaf forward, Zyra and Caitlyn are so exposed and can't actually get deleted still. I mean, yes, they're behind in gold, but it doesn't mean they don't have items. And here comes the fight. Oh. The forced ultimate from the Olaf is going to happen as Mobron's trying to bother this Tristana. Everybody's going to start moving around. Where are people going to end up? It looks like they're going to try to just poke them out here.
What do you do against a Caitlyn with Baron buff? It's so tricky.
It's brutal.
Especially with this deficit.
That's tough. Real tough. Bot tower getting real low.
It's tough too, because you're only 2 real gap closers to engage fights for the side of GG are exactly what you just saw. The unstoppable coming in down in the bot lane. Mobron dropping so low, trying to pull up the rest of the team. They do a really good job, but the shockwave comes down on the 2 major players. Top's now getting pulled up, but it's a movement that goes down in the end. So 1-for-1 so far, and they're trying to find the damage onto Lulu. They do a double kill here for Victor as Ninja Bear pops off in what could be the last fight of the game. Let's see what happens here. They do have Baron buff. They're pushing down the mid lane.
Inigo, what are you doing, buddy? Oh, right at the end, walks out of the gates and is picked off, and that actually might lose his team the game. Really, really unlucky by him.
Well, it's also like that urge to save your teammates, right? I know it as support. You see a teammate going down, and you're like, no, I'm dying, not you. And you try to run in there and be like, no.
That's actually, I've played a lot of games with Buggle at support, and he frequently runs it down. So.
Yeah, I will run it down.
The truth.
People call me the marathon man, and it's not because I can run well. I run very poorly, but I can run it down, baby.
Yeah, you're just constantly running.
Yeah. Treadmill desk for my League of Legends.
2 inhibs are taken for the side of Designated Drivers, and at this point in the game, now that they've turned their gold lead into a full map advantage, there is no way you could say that DD doesn't have a map advantage here. It is their game to lose. You're way ahead in gold. You're ahead in objectives by a landslide. I mean, it's 8 towers to 0. It's really not looking like it is 8 versus 9, even though this game still feels close at almost 27 minutes.
Yeah,
It feels so much closer than it ought to. Like 12K difference. It shouldn't be this. It shouldn't feel this close, rather. But it feels like in any fight, there's a chance either team could come away with it. So
that's definitely the truth, and it looks like there's gonna be a little bit of a lull state before we get to this next one, guys. I'm gonna go get another coriander because it takes 2 to tango.
absolutely. It does take 2.
can you? I'm drinking a mojito right now. I don't know if that goes against LBLCS protocol, but
Did you put coriander in it?
I don't think that would be good.
And argue that.
And like a nice minty beer.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, a nice coriandery beer.
Coriandery.
It's the spice that's right.
Yeah, mojitos are pretty dope. Thank you, Twitch chat. It's a very hot day where I am. You pour yourself a mojito. You watch some League of Legends. You watch Droxer's auto attack the dragon.
Oh yeah.
The third team. Look at that. He even gets the credit. Tops can't swim.
Mobron just doing his thing. That split push.
Speaking of his thing, the thing might be a fight in the mid lane right now. Is Cristobal and Lulu gonna get hit up by... Okay. Realize I can't say Lulu because there's another person in the game is Lulu, but here comes all the damage. Droxers picks up Tristana. The rest of the fight is breaking out, and Mumu does get hit by the axe. It looks
really
like
big.
Lulu, the real one, is going to go down this time. Droxer's going to drop that ultimate, should be able to pick up a Mumu. It's by a sliver that he lives. The axe does not connect. He's taking a couple tower shots now, though, as Mobron's trying to just fend off Luck Feig over here. The teleport now coming out. He's going to probably just drop the ult for the damage. He does. He's actually able to get the kill right there. And that should mean the game as Mobron flexes on Malphite.
Yeah, Mobron sort of kicked him to the curb on that one. Tried to TP away. Ult from like, you know, a third health. Oh, man.
Okay, so yes, the game is over. Game 1 gonna go over to designated drivers as they take the first of this best of 3 against Golden Griefers.
GG. Really good game.
Here's what I'll say, though. Designated drivers got to pick their side in Game 1. That's always a massive advantage, right? Game 2, because Golden Griefers are the lower seed at 9, get to pick their side, and I want to see if they pick blue or if they run it back on the red, because they actually they showed like their whole comp in the first couple seconds, which was very interesting. They picked that Orianna, they picked that Malphite, and you're on Designated Driver, you're saying, oh, it's a Wombo combo team. So I wonder if that just gave too much away.
Yeah, they could maybe have tried to hold their cards a little bit closer to their chest. I don't think their draft was bad. I don't think the draft was the reason they lost. I thought they had a solid thing. I just think Tops and the bot lane played really, really well to get ahead. When nobody upset Ninja Bear. Ninja Bear was able to just do his thing and pump out damage from the mid lane.
Yeah.
Definitely showing why they were willing to pick it 1-1 because they weren't punished for it, and he did the most damage in the game. So I was questioning it, but they proved me absolutely, unequivocally.
Well, this also has to do with like
incorrect.
how much you know these players too. Like obviously a little bit different for you. I came in knowing like, okay, there's 3 big champs for Ninja Bear. You know, it is the Rumble, it is the Victor, and it is that Vel'Koz. You could throw Ori in that as well. I mean, they did pick it away, but Victor was the first pick, and they were so confident in that because he's so comfortable on it. He started Merc Treads, and he just basically farmed. And he's like, hey guys, I'm not really going to impact fights until I have a couple items, and I'll tell you when that is.
Right, yeah. Absolutely.
Coriander.
Oh, yeah. Nice coriander.
I'm going to make up the next game right now and send some people the invites. I think I will be inviting, I'll show you guys the last draft, by the way, and exactly how it went down, so you can start thinking about how is Game 2 draft going to go down. I'm so interested in who has what. Let's go. Executive Wildcard Game 2.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it looks like we're looking for a payout on that last game.
Yeah, people want the money. Though the
Okay,
stream is-
Yeah.
I'll go do it. Your stream's going to lag like an absolute crazy person, but I'll go do it.
I love it. I love it.
Let me invite.
Things I love. Number 1, it.
Yeah, thing number 2. No, nope, just it.
That's it. Yeah.
Just the first
There's not much
original.
more.
Yeah, I don't really like anything else. Okay.
I think you guys were exactly right when you called before the game started that Tristana, ruining that Tristana right in the beginning of any team fight just kind of flips it to your side.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of damage left after that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'd like to see for this next game GG kind of picking more options when it comes to that damage.
I am curious to see if they are willing to let the Zyra go through again, because that was a menace in the
Oh,
bot
it's easy.
lane and
Actually,
was
leave lobby. Yeah, good call. Good call. Okay, so yeah, talk about the changing bans that you do for the side that lost.
I
mean,
Victor,
Okay.
you know, like, come on.
you don't have enough bans, really, is the thing. Zyra and Vel'Koz have very similar playstyles, so banning one without the other sort of feels like maybe a mistake. You could try and substitute, I would say, maybe the Hecarim for the Zyra. The Victor, it's really tough, because if they're willing to pick the Victor blind in the first round of draft, it's really, really hard to counter that. I think the way you have to do it is you have to let the Victor through and try to focus your comp more around something that can actually punish the Victor. Pick something aggro in lane. It doesn't need to be a control mage. You can pick something like an assassin, or maybe even an ADC in the mid lane, just to try to put a little bit more pressure on the Victor, and also throw another ban towards that Zyra, because that was just disgusting, the number of picks he was able to get.
Oh yeah,
no, that's definitely true. I think, you're looking at it, and maybe you don't change draft too much. Maybe you change your draft. You know what I mean? Like, the bans seemed good. I mean, Vel'Koz, Seraphine, Hecarim are 3 good bans because of how powerful that Vel'Koz pick is for the side of designated drivers. So I don't think that their banning was poor. Maybe they just showed their hand too quickly. I mean, if you pick Tristana Lulu first, you could go into infinite number of comps with Tristana Lulu.
Right. Yeah.
I'm curious to see whether they put Inigo Montoya back on the Lulu. He had some good moments, but he also seemed to struggle with the playstyle. There were times where he was sort of strutting up like he was a Nautilus or a Leona, and no, you're a Lulu. So I wonder if he sticks around on the Lulu, or whether they put him onto something a little bit more aggro.
We do have a sub coming in for the side of Golden Griefers. Top lane sub.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Fish Emulsion. Yeah. He's going to come into the top lane, replace the previous top laner, who I don't think played poorly on the Malphite. I think he got bullied a little bit by that Darius, but that is something that can happen, and it's something you usually look to your jungler to help mitigate. Darius, if the Darius player is good and likes to play it, can definitely suppress the ability for the top laner to be relevant. But Malphite, early on in that game, hit huge ultimates.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, I think about that fight around the Raptors, the red buff early in the game. He came down quickly from the top lane, actually beat Darius there, and was able to hit a huge 2-man knockup. So yeah, I mean, but sometimes you just want to change things up. It doesn't necessarily, mean anything was wrong with the top lane performance, but maybe you just want to try something new. Maybe the champ pool is a little bit different. Maybe the comms are a little bit different. So it doesn't need to be doesn't need to be you doing something wrong to get subbed out. Sometimes the team just wants a breath of fresh air.
Well, sometimes, and this is something I will say I do on all of the teams in the Frank's Little Beauties org, which is all the drinking teams, 4 drinks in, 5 drinks in, live or let die, or designated drivers here. If you can make the game, you play. And you get to play in the position you want, and that's something that I always like to cement, because it is a for fun league. Yes, winning feels amazing, but sitting out and your team winning every single game doesn't feel amazing for that one person. And even if you go 3 games and lose, it's more fun to play as a 5s team that gets to put everybody in, and everybody does get a shot. So I like that they're doing a sub regardless of whether it's strategical, whether it's just a morale thing, or how they like to play their comp. So I like seeing subs. I like that it's coming out. I don't think the side of designated drivers actually can do any subs. I know I was talking about this earlier. I'm normally involved in who's going to play, what the roster is going to be, but I don't think I actually had a choice. I think someone you don't know might be able to be in time for game 3 if he is. For the most part, these are the 5 that can be here.
Mm-hmm. Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, this is the low budget LCS, so sometimes, you're going to a barbecue that day. You can't play, whatever, it happens. Like,
right. And I gotta switch
got
the
an
sides here.
disappointment. You're getting divorced. Things happen.
Your dog's all sweaty. Yeah.
Your dog's all
Yeah,
sweaty. You
a
got to
sweaty
go
dog.
dry him off. Get a big towel.
Yeah.
Wipe
Yep.
them down. Speaking of wiping people down, looks like they are going to wipe down onto the support here. 3 support bands on to Plead the Fifth. This is something we see no matter
I
what
like it.
league he's in. We've seen him in CEO. We've seen him in executive. We've seen him actually in economy back in season 2. Every single time, almost 3 bands thrown at him. Dude's a man.
Yeah, Heckram is scary, but like, yeah, you can pick that first, and it works out really well for you.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to not ban the Heckram, pick it for yourself. He's really starting, good starting block to any roster. You see, they're going to pick the Victor on the other side, and I hope GG have something in mind to counter that, because it's not like Victor is a perfect champion. There are ways to exploit him.
Yeah.
In lane, pick someone a little bit more aggro. Or if you're not going to, pick people in other roles who are able to get onto the Victor. They tried to do that last game, and it didn't quite work out, but I don't think that is... I don't think that's a losing method. I think they were just so far behind that they weren't able to pull it off. But if you keep picking big engage, like the Heckram's helpful, you can...
I was going to say that,
do
too.
big things.
The Heckram also has this early game presence that isn't there. That Amumu doesn't bring that same game plan. Yes, it adds to the wombo, because if Amumu does hit Bandage Toss and ults, then Malphite hits, then Shockwave hits, now they're dead. But Heckram's able to use that E early on, get really fast ganks, if not get a kill, burn summoners. So that's equally as important, because if Victor doesn't have the flash summoner, he's not going to be able to be as oppressive and really, hard farm those lanes.
Yeah, I expect to see Heckram hovering around mid lane a lot. Like you said, he can do things that Amumu can't. Thresh, I think, is a solid pick into the Jinx.
Yeah.
And into the Victor. It does a lot. I mean, Thresh is one of those supports you can really pick into any team comp, and he'll be just fine.
Yeah.
You can pick your mid laner here. Okay, the Orianna. I'm not sure I like the Orianna, but you can put the ball onto the Heckram or onto the Thresh.
I will say, Orianna pick went really even in CS for a long time until that Victor was getting ahead, and it wasn't because he was getting ahead in lane. He was getting ahead through team play. So I think the Orianna Victor... I like Orianna in all comps the same way I like Thresh in all comps. Like, Orianna just fits. She's not bad in any composition, really. She has...
I'm going to disagree with you there. I feel like too often people treat Orianna, like she's this catch-all mid laner, and she does some things really well. She's really safe, but I think... I don't know. I feel like there was an opportunity to get a little bit more spicy. Orianna by no means a bad pick, but I don't think it's the
one thing
ideal
about
pick.
Orianna that's different that she can't really fit into is really high pressure early game compositions. Definitely can't fit into that. And she doesn't really provide a bunch if you get to like that 6 item super late game, because if you miss that shockwave, you don't do anything. So I do agree that, in those circumstances, yes, she can be definitely abused a little bit, but now we're going to see a bunch of top lane bans. Shen, Gnar, Darius all being banned out right now. Another ban for DD is going to come out. The Kayn was picked up, by the way, by designated drivers, so still an AD jungler, but definitely a different type depending on whether he goes red or blue.
Right, yeah. And a Gragas ban out, too.
So more top laners coming. Let's see if there will be a 4th one here in the second round of bans. All top lane band. Now that's interesting too, because clearly they don't want to pick a counter for mid. They're just saying, hey, we're just going to give him what he's good at. But top lane is probably what they're holding for.
Yeah, I think you're going to pick support here coming out of the thing, finish up your bot lane. You already see the support on the other side. You don't see the carry, and you can leave top lane for... You can get full counter on that. So I expect to see a support here. You can go a number of directions here. I think they'll go with something a little bit more tanky, like a Leona or a Nautilus. But you don't have to. You could pick something like...
Yep.
It's
okay.
Not be the oh, wow.
So I've talked about Plead the Fifth being somebody who usually draws all 5 bans. They only gave him 3, and so if you've never watched Plead the Fifth play and you're dropping in the LBLCS right now, stick around. And if you go over to the LCS, you're going to see like high production, nice quality, really good zooming in and out. Stuff we can't provide, but what you're not going to see is an amazing Shaco support. I promise you. I like the game playing top, though. I do like that.
Yeah, that's a cool pick.
Shaco support. Shaco Jinx. Oh, man, this is going to be a ton of fun. Shaco support is one of those really coin flippy champions where either you're 9-0 or you're 0-9, and there really isn't a lot of in between.
I will say, Ezreal's a really good pick in Shaco support. But here's what I will say. Picking Shaco support, and I know this because I've talked to Plead many, many times, and I've seen Shaco supports play, and as a support player, I usually know what does beat him. champs that go in do not beat Shaco's support.
No.
Hecarim and Thresh are going to struggle trying to gank him because of his slipperiness, because of his boxes with the CC, and because that fear, if Hecarim's charging in, that fear is going to shoot him backwards really fast.
It's really funny watching the Hecarim sprint away at full speed.
So that's important to think about when you're going into this lane. Is bot lane even worth going at? Because Jinx is trying to just hard farm to get to that 3-item spike. You know, the support makes it really difficult to get in onto the ADC in the first place. I think you do just focus around this mid lane, try to burn those Victor summoners, and look for those scuttle crabs, and then try to turn that into team fighting advantages around major objectives. I think that's Golden Griefer's play. God damn it! Fucking shit.
You still, once again, you've got a pretty decent skirmish comp with like Kayn Shaco is going to be so annoying to fight in any jungle choke. The Cho'Gath is just a giant meatball. On the side of GG, it's so low. It's like you said, it's so hard to land a hook or a fear onto a Shaco. He can Q away, he can use the clone, he can put down the boxes. It's really a hopeless task. So I'm thinking you have to try to do something around the mid lane. You have to go after Victor a bit more. And Cho'Gath early before he gets too beefy can also be really, really vulnerable. So that is a place to look. Bot lane, I think you just sort of have to let go because you are not doing anything to a Shaco Jinx lane. You're just trying to farm up with Ezreal Qs and wait until Thresh becomes a bit more useful in the mid game.
Hey, not now.
Lil Wayne, thank you for playing Clown Logic Gaming. Clown Logic Gaming recently, apparently, according to the CEO results, they're an economy team, but they won the quarterfinals in CEO based on the results if you go into that channel. So guys, go check that out. Whether or not it's true is a mystery to me. We're going to find out if it is. And we're going to find out if designated drivers can take this 1 and 2 games. Golden Griefers in no way are out of it because they were down 12K and all the casters staring at each other like in their cams like, okay, I think that,
which we don't have.
Right, we don't have them. But like I did draw a thing on Cran of what I think both of your faces look like, and I did tape it onto one of my monitors. So
What do I look like? Can I ask?
Very blue.
Have you seen a cactus before?
I have seen a cactus. but
Nothing like a cactus. You look nothing like it. It's literally the opposite almost.
The opposite of a cactus. Okay.
Yeah.
Close one on that
I
cactus.
thought you were giving me a compliment because I mean I like cactuses, but no, it turns out I'm not.
If you were a cactus, it would be a good cactus. That's for sure.
I appreciate that. Believe me. No, that means a lot.
It's gonna mean a lot to either of these teams if they win. See that transition? That was a good transition.
That was really good.
I should talk about how good my transitions
Every time
are.
I cast with you, you've got some insane. You're either bringing up an insane transition or you're talking about.
The insane transition I just brought up. That's
You're
right.
talking about Randy Newman going on a crusade through Middle America,
Oh yeah.
saying you've got a friend in me for anyone who will listen.
Well, he does have a friend in you.
Yeah.
All right, you two friends. All right, I'm
The
looking at.
friend in Lulu 106. The heck,
Ooh.
All right, I see.
Yeah. I'm coming for your crown.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah. This is a good cast.
This is
The key to casting is to give yourself compliments on air.
Yeah. If you're not
yeah.
giving yourself compliments, you're
Easy.
embarrassing yourself.
Excellent job. Top tier.
Thank you. I always do my very best, and that is the best. So thank you for noticing that.
Yeah, we the casters appreciate it.
All right, Jerome / not Jerome / Alex. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Kayn, you're playing Kayn. You get fed early, or you don't.
Yeah.
Does it change what
well,
Kayn you go in this game, or have they already talked about it in their comms and they're saying we're playing this type of Kayn?
Ooh, that's a good point. I think there's a case to be made for either. I think Blue Kayn into Ezreal GP Orianna can make a lot of sense. There's also, I think, an argument to be made for Red Kayn. So I think if you're getting fed, that you're probably more likely to go for the Blue Kayn, go get some lethality, and basically pop some fools. But on the other hand, if you're sort of going even, you have a lot of damage on this team. You have the Shaco, the Jinx, and the Victor. You don't necessarily need that lethality. Not necessarily lethality, but you don't need the Blue Kayn necessarily. So I think you could go either way. If you're getting fed, Blue Kayn makes a lot of sense. But if not, Red Kayn also works just as well.
Do you think they've talked about it in comms? And Even though this is a team I help coach, I honestly have no clue because
Oh,
never
I
had
think
tops
they've
play
probably
jungle.
got an idea of, but they did pick the Kane fairly early in the draft, so they're probably discussing basically right now what they would like to do.
Yeah,
Because what they picked it into
I think.
Hecarim,
Yeah,
Thresh, and Oriana.
and three
So I
high
mean, not a
damage
ton
healers.
away there.
Gangplank, Ezreal, Orianna can all do a lot of damage come mid late game. So I think that if I'm on the side of designated drivers, I'm saying I think Red Kane is the best unless you have to pop off. You have to be so far ahead where it's like you can actually just run the game. You can run train on the enemy team. You can just dominate objectives because you have kill potential on anybody. That's when you can go the blue.
Yeah, use so much DPS with the Victor and the Jinx that maybe a little bit of a assassination potential would be good. But you do also have the Shaco who can do a little bit of damage from sort of the shadows. Especially if he gets ahead, he's a real nuisance for the back line. So I think Red Kane is probably more likely. A little bit tankier, a little bit better in those skirmishes, can sustain a little bit more.
I was going to say.
But I think Kane is actually just a really solid pick here. Great with the skirmishes, great for moving around, farming up, helping out his team. And just trying to keep Victor alive because that's really the name of the game. We saw it last game. If Ninja Bear is alive on the Victor, he is going to bring worlds of pain.
Yeah.
And you mentioned the word sustain. In last game, we saw Olaf become this crazy sustain tank. I was amazed by his steal at blue buff, by the way, where he smited it to get the health, and then he turned on the two people he was fighting that were level 2. He was level up. He had his sustain. He had his true damage move. He was able to take it. And he was able to be really like a meaty boy on that Olaf. And I think giving him something similar is a good idea because he clearly is good at that role of absorbing pressure through constant fighting. And Red Kane does that a lot better than Blue Kane.
Yeah, I mean, looking back at last game, Tops had that great play where the smite heals him, plus the buff gets him the level up, which also heals him, and then he's able to collect a kill, which further heals him. That's a pretty unique situation. I'm not sure if we're going to see something like that again, but definitely knows how to play around, when you're playing at that sort of half health range. He definitely knows the limits of what he can get away with, and I hope that transfers to the can.
We will see what does happen in Game 2 of this wild card series. Now, Coog Esports Homie Sensuals, and if you're in chat, guys, please correct me if I'm wrong because you might be scouting this game out, did win their wild card game via an FF. The 10th place team decided to FF to the 7th place. So the winner should be playing them tomorrow in the afternoon. We will see if that does happen, depending on people's schedules and who wins and who doesn't. But normally, it seems like it will work for all the teams in this one. I am concerned about showing your hand from both teams a little bit. I feel like, one, I like that you're going back to basically damage on everybody from the side of designated drivers. I think that's actually pretty meta right now. It's weirdly, it's not really discussed, but I think having damage on every person, somebody who can theoretically help carry a team fight effectively, is being picked in every single position. And when it's not, it's either like an Alistar or somebody who massively impacts the game. And on the side of the griefers, they like their Wombo. I mean, I think Orianna Hecarim Gangplank is it's pretty terrifying, and especially if the Ezreal does come in. So you have this ability to control around these team fights, and I think both these teams are playing, although there's no Malphite, although there's no Amumu, it is pretty similar play styles when you think about, okay, how are they going to go at the enemy?
Right, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Right, yeah, skin game.
Right,
Talk
yeah.
to me, ZZ. Talk to me.
I mean, honestly, I'm a little freaked out by that Shaco skin. Kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I saw that on the field, already
Is he hanging upside down? He is.
He's either that or mid-flip.
Yeah.
Or he's doing a
Could be
somersault.
both.
He could be doing a somersault.
It'd be cool if your champ actually did do a handstand walk type of deal the whole game.
Yeah,
They could do that.
just up on.
It's just part of the skin.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty funny. Actually,
I don't like it. I'm thinking about it too much.
The thing I like about the skin game, this game, is that there's basically like on the red side, there's no synergy. Like it's just a wild assortment of new skins.
It's a smorgasbord.
Skins, cheap skins, expensive skins. At least it looks like GG have some sort of plan going on, a lot of blue going on there with the
Mhm.
Dark Star.
No, you're
and
right.
the
Champion,
championship
Cosmic,
flash.
and Dark Star really
Yeah,
clean
there's,
together.
there's some synergy, like some skinergy going on there.
But best
on the-
skin in the game is on Mobron. Best skin in the game's on Mobron.
No, absolutely.
Gentlemen,
Yeah, I
Shogath.
think we're all in agreement on that. Mhm. So
Yeah,
gonna
people often ask me, they're like, Alex, you've done so much in your life. You're such an inspiration. If you could meet one person, real or fake, who would it be? And the answer is Gentleman Shogath.
Yeah.
I'd like him to serve me a nice glass of brandy, and we would sit down and we would talk about the Wall Street Journal, and it would just be an excellent time.
Bugmen, bug suits. That's all I'm saying.
M6, who just asked that question, is Cogman versus BB still happening? Yes, but Monday night it looks like is when the game will be occurring. I'm waiting for absolute confirmation from both captains that Monday night at 8:30 p.m. Again, Monday night at 8:30 p.m. Will be their game. Their game was pushed from today. Both teams actually couldn't make it, so it wasn't a one team asking for a change. It was both teams asking, and one of them offered up Monday night at 8:30. It looks like that game will be then. This game should be now, although it is paused.
And we're back.
Great job. You're doing such a good job.
We're back! We're back!
Pings coming out. But it looks like standard 5 from everybody.
Yeah, probably a smart move.
Boo. Boo. Do something crazy. 5-man Baron Pit.
Ninja Bear doesn't know whether he wants to walk forward or walk backwards. He's having a
Bit of a mental crisis at the moment.
absolutely because here comes Thresh. He does have that Guardian on. He probably started Death Sentence. We're going to see what he did start. Actually looking at Kane right now, and Victor walking in between everybody. He started his Q. He actually will get a little bit of a shield right there, so he won't get picked out. But okay, a nice hook actually. The Death Sentence does connect onto him. Top's now dropping pretty low at half health. He's going to have to move away. He's going to use his Q to get the distance. And now he should be fine. Although, if you're looking in the bottom tri-bush, and I want you to look on your mini-map for a second. There's a lot going on. I don't know how many things are being stacked, but I'm assuming they're thinking they're going to start there. They obviously aren't because they're right here against Tops, and they might have found him again. His Q goes over the wall. They're going to burn the Flash. The Flash also follows. A Q does hit onto him. Fish Emulsion looking for the next Q. Will he be able to find it? He drops 1 and 2. Next Q does kill him, but he drops a little bit from there. Now bot lane is still here, helping him. And Fist, oh my god, he's out of position by so much. He's trying to fight this Mobron right now. This is an absolutely hectic start. Apparently, Not Jerome has cursed everyone in the game.
I'm so happy.
The Death Sentence connects. It does not, nothing happens of it.
Doesn't mean anything, but man, I wanted to see that Shaco box stack really work out.
He's going to walk into some damage at the very least.
Yep, a tiny little bit.
Bleed the 15 and drop that next box down right there. Mobron taking a little bit of damage from this Gangplank. But that first blood going over the side of Golden Griefers is really big for them. You know, you lose game 1, you get that little bit of help, and now a nice flash burned from Ninja Bear. That's what I'm talking about. Ninja Bear knew that Hecarim started there, and he still was able to trick himself into pushing it forward.
There's so much to dissect from that level 1. First of all, looks like they have the pincer down on Victor, but actually Crystal Ball backs away and does not collapse on Victor. Victor gets away, then a hook onto Kane, who doesn't blow any summoners, but is left at low health with 25 seconds left to buff. Decides not to recall, which is read perfectly, and so he is met at his Krugs by Fish. Was able to pick up the first kill of the game underneath the turret with back-to-back Gangplank Qs. Then he gets collapsed on by Mobron, able to escape.
And now Tops is trying to pay it forward. He is going for Hecarim right now. He's going to have to go into this bush right now, get a little bit of distance from him, but he's taking so much damage. Will he be able to turn it back? The Smite's going to heal him so much life. I think he will go down in the end. That's the second death onto him. Lulu is level 3, has double buffs now onto him. So Tops getting jungle gapped a little bit in game 2, but this is what I was talking about too, you know. It's so risky to do what Tops does. In game 1, it paid off. In game 2, it did the opposite.
I don't like that at all from Tops. I understand the intent. You're trying to see if you can steal a buff back away and try to even it out.
How is he even in CS? Oh, no, there we go. There's Hecarim going ahead. There's okay.
He could have just farmed up his own buffs and, you know, listen, okay, I'm going to get 3 buffed. Like, it's okay. It happens. But instead makes a greedy play to try to get the red buff. And you've lost so much time. You're dead.
Yeah, Victor bothered him at blue buff that forced him off.
Yeah.
which makes me feel like they're going to go for another invade despite being, 0-2 on them.
If Tops had gone in with Victor, if they hadn't done that play bot and instead tried to read off the blue buff, that could have actually been successful. But just going in alone for a miracle buff steal is generally not a good idea when you've already been put behind in this game.
Yeah, and what you see right now in the bot lane too, you see those boxes usually being placed in that river area, that river entrance, which makes that lane so hard to gank.
You're not doing anything there if you're Lulu, unless you're really, really confident, because Shaco's one of those people who, no matter how well you think you have him cornered, there's always a way from him to escape. So.
Yeah, and I actually got tricked because there's no Lulu in this game, but I remember calling Hecker Lulu because that's his name. Ninja Bear gonna do a little bit of damage to Crystal Ball here.
Oof.
Gold lead in favor of Golden Griefers this time, and I thought the drafts this time were much more even than last time. Last time I really did favor Golden Griefers as long as they were even in gold. They weren't able to do that, but now they're ahead, and that's really big for them.
Yeah, it feels a lot better to play a game where you're not super, super behind early on. Instead, you've built up a little bit of a lead. Dragon is spawned. You can maybe look for that again. Save the Cloud Drake to start us off.
And here comes the top lane gank. Molbron gets out the time. This flash pretty well. He does a good job getting to the other side of him. Fish Emulsion should have his Q up soon, but they're just going to let him get out. They're saying, okay, it's too risky to dive. Cho'Gath under a tower with his silence, with his Q. We're going to back up. Let him take his back. But good job burning the flash there. Hecarim, a much better choice, I think, in the jungle for them than the Amumu was.
Yeah, Lulu's been everywhere so far. Picks up a kill and an assist so far. Was able to gank mid lane early, blow a flash. Now no flash on the top laner, and he is still built up. He's staying even in farm despite these ganks. Has more camps left to clear. So a really, really nice job by him. He's going to have more gold than the Kayn. And making a lot of it. He can repeat either of those ganks. Has to be quick if he wants to get on Victor, but there's still time for him to pull it off. A lot of time left on the Cho'Gath. He can revisit quite easily.
Yeah, and the Descendants connects on to Shaco right here. He just jump away.
Woo!
He's actually fine, and Top's going to steal a little bit of jungle away from Hecarim right here, who does pop his phase rush. Actually, Tops goes super low. The Ghost being popped now. He gets a Q over the wall. There's no flash to be burned by Hecarim, and Tops escapes with literally less than 100 life.
Jeez.
Surprised Tops was able to get away there with no flash, but, life finds a way when you're playing Kayn.
ZZ, I'm looking at this farm here. And I'm thinking bot lane is really the big advantage. Everywhere else is pretty even. Are you thinking because Ezreal was up in that top lane area when that first buff did spawn, so Jinx was able to get that big push on him? Or is it just lane presence?
Wow, how did you read my mind? Honestly, I feel like, I don't know, just having that Shaco down bot, Ezreal being away, gives you that little bit of a bot lane advantage. You can kind of push that.
Yeah, I mean, they were able to crash the first wave of the game into the turret and also zone off Rivari a little bit for off the second wave. So, I mean, that early experience is so important that once you're behind, it's a bit hard to catch up. Not that they're, down forever, doomed, but it's a nice little advantage early in the game, especially when, Ezreal didn't really pick up anything on that invade.
Yeah, Lead the Fifth taking a lot of damage, actually so much coming up, but Hecarim's able to pick up that first Drake, and it is another Cloud Drake that's going to be first. Second Drake's going to be Mountain, which I think is the same thing we saw in Game 1.
Yeah, that literally is.
Yeah, same combo.
Repeat match.
Repeat match, different sides, different comps. Tops looking down here in the mid lane. We're going to flash up to the top lane where a low skirmish is going on as well, because I think Orianna got out pretty safely there. Not much going on. Might get their back stopped. They do get their back stopped. That's annoying.
Oof.
Nothing feels worse. Game ruiner for sure.
GG.
Alt F4, unplug your router. Just get out of the house, go do something, go grab some iced coffee. You're done. You're cooked.
Speaking of grabbing things, go down to your local beer shop. Grab yourself an ice cold Coriander, the official beer of the LBLCS.
Refreshing on a day like today.
Yeah.
It's all about the spice.
Cold beer, hot day.
Cold spicy beer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if you want your beer even colder, consider blending your beer with ice. It's like a smoothie.
I also want to consider not doing that. If you're listening to that, consider not doing that as well. Just consider everything.
Don't feel forced to do that. Yeah.
Death Sentence doesn't connect here on to plead the fifth. He is standing on a ward, so they know where it is. They know that they missed. He's going to start to clear it out, but I think it will die. Yeah, it does before he's able to get that last hit, so no extra XP and no extra gold. He does drop his box right here, though. Here comes Tops. They're looking for something here onto him. A nice slow is going to mean a little bit, but they're not going to be able to catch especially in the end. The Death Sentence doesn't connect, but Droxers has to burn the flash, so you would think they would be able to burn an enemy's summoner, but it's actually their own summoner they burn with the gank.
Yeah, I mean, I respect the effort there from Tops, but, I mean, read really well by the bot lane. They were able to escape pretty
Mobron
easily.
looks like he is in too much trouble, and he knows it. He's going to get that extra grass stack off, but Gangplank goes to 2-0. Gangplank looking super, super strong. 68 farm. He's about 15 above his counterpart. He's got 2 kills, most in the game right now. And he's looking so good, and this Gangplank can really carry a game. I mean, we talked about how now they finally put damage up in the top lane. Gangplank is one of those top lane champions that can carry.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And how do you know that this is the LBLCS and not a random solo queue game? Because Lulu did not steal that kill while having ample opportunity.
That's true.
If this was solo queue, Heckram's 2-0 right now.
I mean, if this was LBLCS and I was Heckram, I would have taken it from you.
Yeah. Well, would you have? Are you that mean, Buggle?
No.
Are you
You know
just
I'm a
like
beta.
a cruel, sadistic?
You know deep down I'm just a beta.
Beta boy, beta boy.
Beta boy. BB.
Every time Buggle steals a kill in an LBLCS game, he just adds a chalk tally to his wall like he's an inmate. It's like he's counting. He's counting something. We don't know what.
The other thing that actually gets spot out by the Ezreal Q is able to dodge the second one that was coming after him. Now he's sweeping, but Hecarim doing a really good job focusing these objectives this time. He's going to get first dragon. He should be able to get this first next one. Leave the fit drop super low. Does have to burn the flash. The ultimate's now coming out. The heal has to come from Droxers. But oh my god, so much damage. Does Jinx have their ultimate? They dropped it as well. They are able to kill Ezreal. Now a huge fight over here. Mobron might have to flash over the wall, but he actually flashed to get in, so he can't flash out. And it's going to be a double kill here for the side of him. A really nice dodge there from Droxers to plead the fifth, but the Death Sentence connects. The auto will kill them. Oh, he's able to get the kill before he goes down. That's a double kill there for Jinx in the end. 6-2 goes the score. The gold lead's still about 1K in the lead for Golden Griefers, but this is a game, boys. This is a game.
Yes.
It's a lot to process. Rivare, early in the fight, tries to retreat, ease back into a Shaco box, is feared, which means he can't dodge the Jinx ult, so that is a kill onto Droxers. Then we hop over to the Baron pit, where we see a bit of a scuffle over the Rift Herald. I was going to say Scuffler, but that's the wrong creature. Mobron flashes in to try to help out his teammate. Unfortunately, there is nothing doing, and then we finally return.
Ultimate being dropped in the mid lane. 4 people are here. They are looking to basically clear him all the way out. They pick up the kill onto him. Top's now in a hunk of trouble. He's going to jump out for just a second, but goes down in the end. Most of the deaths on Tops right now at 0-4-0. Not a great showing here in game 2. Maybe got a little overzealous with this Kayn pick. I think really not with the pick, but with his playstyle, going for that invade to try to take away that first red buff from Hecarim was a little bold.
You can tell that GG have big plans, because right after they got those 2 picks, someone pinged Baron was spawning in 7 minutes. So.
Yeah, they are planning things out way in the future.
I'm surprised, guys. 7 minutes away.
GG's like one of those people you ask at a party, what do you want to do in 10 years? And you ask it as a joke, but they answer you seriously? Yeah. They're like, here's my layout, and they hand you an Excel sheet. You know,
Yeah,
that's
they
what
got
these guys
calendar for their entire life.
Yeah, it's a lot of damage, actually. A huge Shaco box, actually. He might feel... Wow. Oh my god, he picks up one. He's unable to pick up the Drake, but he is solo carrying this fight right now. He picks up a second kill. Shaco goes to 2-1. He does go down in the end. And now Hecarim just has to back up. Tops is right here. They're going to try to chase him down. The W connects, a lot of damage dropping onto him. The smite comes down as well. It looks like they will be able to pick him up, and it will go over to Kayn. A well-needed shutdown. 9-5, and this game has flipped the script in a matter of 3 minutes back and forth.
Exactly what they needed. Exactly what they needed, honestly.
Perfect fight there for Shaco support. Exactly what you want. Pandemonium in the Dragon Pit. You throw down some boxes, they kill your clone before they kill you. Throw down some more boxes. You don't get the dragon, but you do get a couple kills, and then a third over onto Tops, bring him back into the game with that 600 gold shutdown. Nicely done. And just like that, you pick up the mid lane turret with your very nice, shiny, pretty little Rift Herald.
I did not even know they got the Rift Herald.
When they had so we were like down bottom, we were watching Ezreal getting hit by that box, getting hit by the Jinx ult for a second. We flashed up there. They were able to take that, secure it away from them. Wait, this is going to be a lot of damage on efficient motion. We're just going to use that nice orange just to get away a little bit further. But Ninja Bear's now here dealing a lot of damage onto him. The Flash is going to have to get burned as well. They're looking for him, but I don't know if they're going to be able to catch him because he does have tier 2 boots finish, and he is pretty quick. Tops now might be in a hunk of trouble. He does have to ult into him right here, but he's pulling him back as far as he can. He does get the 100 gold for the blue buff, but does die as well.
I feel like Tops could have just run away there, but he wanted the blue buff. Gotta respect the effort. Ends up falling. Does get the blue buff, though, so credit where it's due.
Did he evolve, by the way? I have to Tango. But if you see him spawn again, let me know if he's red or blue or hasn't chosen yet.
Okay.
It should be one or the other. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's probably either red or blue. Unless it's something in the patch notes.
Yeah, that would make sense. Oh, getting a little pop-up by Mobron. A little silence, too. Cho'Gath always a fun pick to see, honestly, in these games. You get real big, you get real tanky. You get a little scary.
And tanky. And look at that, we have a red cane. Wow, look at that.
Look at that.
Big here in the bottom. Rivera drops the ult, and here comes the gank as well. Big skirmish returning. Here comes Tops. He's trying to get double fear by the Shaco support. Pick up a double kick. Tops go for third. Pick up some Dark Harvest stacks. Oh, Rivera, nice bit. Can he pick up a second one? Misses the Q. And the W from Mobron comes in to finish off the second. Oh, and even more action here on the top side. Ninja Bear is able to get the freeze down from the Victor W. Across the map. 3 for 1 in the bot lane, gonna be a turret here, and that gold lead has shrunk significantly on the side of GG. Really nice play.
So hard to tell what's going on in these fights. Honestly, there's just so much action going on. The Shaco alone is just back and forth with how he's playing. It's been insane to see.
Yeah, I mean, initially you had the GP ult come through with the Ezreal ult, and I was like, okay, well, like GG, you know, big boy plays right here. But actually, really nice job turning around. Top shows up a nice double fear by the Shaco box, and Droxers is able to just pump out consistent damage. So, really nicely done. They pick up the turret. It's going to be down 3-2 in turrets, but the gold lead is not huge.
What I missed, boys?
So you missed it. The game's over.
Oh shit! It looks like
Yeah,
it's still
it's
happening.
ended. Yeah, this is actually the third game we're watching.
Yeah.
And it's 60 minutes in. I blacked out.
You were gone a
Everybody,
while.
go to your local beer shop, pick up yourself an ice cold coriander, so you can black out too.
Yeah, would
Thank
you like
so
to
much.
teleport into the future?
Yeah, you want to jump time? Black out. Don't do that. That is not actually condoned.
Yeah,
by
no,
us. It's
please.
clearly a joke.
Oh,
Nice flash
nice
here by
knockout.
Thresh. Really good play.
Yeah, we'd like to push the envelope here on the LBLCS, but we also don't want to, we want to avoid litigation if possible, so please don't do that.
yeah. We want to push envelopes, but we can't pay for the envelopes themselves.
Yeah, we have no money for stamps. We cannot do it.
We have like a significant debt to Uspis. They're after us. I've been buying stamps on collateral for the past few years, and finally the tax.
I had to go to
man
the black
wants me.
market just to get him for cheap. Tops doing a lot of damage right here onto him. It looks like he is that blue cane. He's doing a bit of damage onto Ezreal, but he will get taken down in the end. They're trying to find damage on the Crystal Ball, but Droxers and Plead are really the two ahead for the side of designated drivers here.
I could have sworn that was a red cane. Am I blind?
I thought it was too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just kind of said stuff.
Oh, okay.
Be honest, I've had like 9 corianders
Ah,
in the past minute, so.
yeah.
Nice.
You poured out 1 coriander for each of Tops' death.
Well,
and
everybody,
then
to be
knocked
fair,
out.
okay, third dragon actually going over them is massive. This is what I talk about. I expected a 3-game series. This is cementing that they should be able to push it to that. I mean, obviously, this game's not over. Anybody can still take this one. It is 2-4 in dragons. It is 3 drakes to 0. The gold lead isn't crazy the way it was in game 1. But the other thing I want to say is pouring out for your homie DMX. Rest in peace.
Yeah,
Extra give it to you. Low budget
Rough
LCS
Riders.
gonna give it to you.
Kane just getting into their jungle.
Oh,
Taking
so
the
much
camp.
damage on the tops.
Yeah.
Has to go E over the wall. He does go down in the end. A nice pickup kill right there. And 8 of the 13 deaths from the side of designated drivers are on tops.
That's a rough time. Real rough time.
Yeah, he's definitely not swimming in straight love. Mobron gonna get taken down as well. A really nice play here from Golden Griefers, who are just looking better and better as time goes on.
All right, you know what? Well, I have to admit, I'm a big man. I know when I'm wrong. And when I checked, Tops was ready to turn into the... Oh, let's watch this.
Well, there's a fight happening, and I think it's just going to be not too much. Although Ninja Bear's right here. He's going to get hit backwards by him. A nice flash is going to get away. The Descendants doesn't connect. Now they're going to send Plead the Fist clone right on in there. They're saying, please die. Just die. Okay, cool.
Jeez.
So Tops was actually ready to be Red Kane. He had the Darken thing already, but then elected to wait a little longer, and he is the Shadow Assassin.
Yes.
Big blue.
Yeah.
So apologies to the viewers. We misled you, we lied to you, we defrauded you, and your sense of judgment, I have to assume is.
Yeah, it looks like Mobron's sense of judgment was a little bit wrong there as well as he goes down top, trying to do a little bit of damage. Does drop the ultimate onto Ezreal in the end. Droxers does have his ultimate as well. It's a really good use of damage. They're able to spread it everybody thin, but this is what I was talking about in game 1. The team cohesion from Golden Griefers is just superior. They're able to stay alive, all of them, and focus the singular targets. And maybe it's not the team, maybe it's just designated drivers going in too deep individually.
I think there's one name I would point to who's maybe fallen victim to that a couple times this game. That would be Tops, who has died 9 times in 20 minutes. He needs to take his foot off the accelerator a little bit.
Only down 10 CS.
That's the most impressive part.
Guys, I want to have a conversation with you.
Okay.
If you are a jungler that's died twice and your enemy jungler has died 9 times, I personally, this is a personal thing, I want you to have more than 10 CS over. He's got 14 CS over right now. Thank goodness, but he's dead for like 9 minutes of the 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not quite, but
It's 4.5 probably, because it's early.
Well, yeah. Yeah, you should have more of a farm advantage, that's true, but I mean, there is some time spent doing dragons, taking turrets.
True, they're 3 drags up. They were able to get one of the heralds, so definitely impactful. No hate on Hecarim, by the way, who's absolutely dominant in this game.
So we discussed it pregame. We're like, well, what Kane form? And we're like, well, probably red form, unless he gets super ahead. Tops goes in the opposite direction.
He says, well, red form, unless I get super
Still goes
behind.
Kane. He's got no fear.
Yeah, no fear at all. They're actually able to scare them away from the Baron here. The Descendants doesn't connect onto him. They're gonna go back and clear some wards.
Yep. Get the vision out. Yeah, it looks like we're still positioning up, trying to get that
Oh
team
my
fight going.
lord!
Oh, there it is.
Not even a mythic on that Ezreal yet, by the way. He's just going that traditional lethality build just without the item yet.
You don't need a mythic when you can do that to Tops.
True.
True, but I think that he is decently far behind in the grand scheme of things.
At this point, Tops, you might as well, like, sell your Duskblade, get yourself, like, a...
I actually agree with it.
tanky,
Because if he does get involved in a kill, he does not want to be seen. So I kind of agree with it.
That's a good point. Sell all your items and do something else, Tops. Try something new.
Oh, a really nice triple bear rather, into the ultimate onto Ninja Bear, drops him below half health. Now he's trying to run away, does not have his flash, but doesn't need it. He's able to just drop a couple of spells and get out, but 17-8 goes the score, and it's looking so good for Golden Griefers every minute. Plead the Fifth is running around. He wants to make the miracle steal. That's all he wants. Mobron can't eat it too, though. Oh, it's not up. It's not up.
Oh.
Please sign my petition to have Tops build Moonstone Renewer. I think that would be really funny. Sell your Duskblade, buy Moonstone. Heal the team.
Okay, somehow magically, this seems to be a somewhat even fight down here in the mid lane. Droxers needs to stay alive for it. He does have a lot of damage. on him. A double knockup's actually pretty big as Mobron's able to hit 2 of them. And here comes Bleed the Fifth, who's deep in the line. There's the ultimate from Victor. They're going to try to turn this one, but the ultimate from Jinx does miss in the end. Crystal taking so much damage, just go down to the end. 2 Droxers, first one to fall in this fight. The Descendants hits onto the Mobron. Mobron trying to knock him up. A huge silence from him as well. Means they can do a lot of damage. Will he be able to eat him? He does. Hecarim's out of the fight. He's gone. He cannot smite this anymore. Tops is going to go down, but Ezreal pays the price for it. 18 to 11, and magically, they've turned this one. Designated Drivers, take us home.
MVP of that fight. It's right into the middle of them all right off the top, able to dish out a ton of damage, and really it's just more the confusion you cause when there's 2 Shakos right in the middle of your team. Able to go 3 for 1 tops. He's going to hit 11 deaths, but it's all worth it because his team was able to claim the dragon without his help. And really nice play by Droxers too. He was able to get the get excited off the first kill, and just sort of parlay that into a couple more for his team. So.
One thing I noticed that was pretty crazy, like, yes, Blue Cane probably wouldn't be what I would go, but I'm also not in this league, I'm not on this team, but I think that what he was able to do with the kit alone, whether or not he was red, whether or not he was blue, he was able to stall time with the ultimate to separate them, which I think is really unique as the Descendants hits onto Shaco here. Are they looking for it? Crystal Ball does have the QW, doesn't connect because a jump away from Plead will keep him safe, and the vision battle will continue. But I think the ability just to know, Tops just knows Kane's kit, and he goes, okay, I'm dead the second I come out of this ultimate, but I'm just going to wait the full time, try to separate these guys, let my 4 boys come in, do what they can.
Yeah, I agree. In that last fight, he did a good job. I think, by and large, this game he has struggled with finding the boundaries of that Kane and what he can and cannot get away with. But, I mean, his team is only down 3,000 gold, so as far as being 1-11 goes, this is actually a pretty decent one.
Coach Guppy asking if Kane is allowed to int like this. Apparently, he is.
Yeah, allowed.
Lead the fist.
Oh!
Bye-bye.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's
He's dead.
that's a delete.
He's just gone. Uh-oh. Gangplank now in the bot side too, doing so much. Mobron trying to find a play over here. He does do a lot of damage. They will be able to actually pick up that thresh, but probably at Mobron's expense. He does go down as well. A lot of damage onto him. Actually, Jinx is able to stay alive. Now they're trying to find the 2 carries. Tops does a good job avoiding the damage. Here comes the rest of it. Gangplank in the meantime is actually in the base already. That giant Mega Death Rocket does miss.
Oh, man.
Look at Gangplank. Someone's got a back for that. Oh, Shaco's alive.
Shaco's alive. Tops going in. He might be 1-11, but you can't take his spirit down. He's able to get 1 kill. Okay, he's still alive for a second. He will go down in the end to that auto attack. Now Ninja Bear taking too much damage. The stun will connect. Can Jinx get there in time? Oh my god, wait, they could be able to end this right now. Jinx decides to channel the back right now. The recall animation happening. Circling on the mini-map. Will they get here in time? Fish Emulsion, way too low to stay. Mobron is up. Droxers is here. And yeah, they stopped the Baron, but I mean, this is an insane game. This game is insane.
Yeah, this has been nuts.
Yeah, you stop the Baron, you get a couple kills, you lose a lot of kills, you also lose your inhibitor, which is also going to be down by the time Dragon is up. You can also see if GG turns towards Baron. So, nice play by Fish Emulsion. That's a big advantage of the Gangplank, is that you can sort of half participate in team fights from afar with your ultimate while you continue to push in that bot lane. And at such a long, extended, scrappy fight, he was able to get so much done.
Fish Emulsion looking really clean on this GP. Only one in the game that hasn't gone down yet. He's got a lot of items. He's working on his 4th right now, fully completed, but he does have... He's just so big. You're looking at the CS score. I mean, he's ahead of everybody except for the Jinx. He's so many thousands of gold ahead of this Cho'Gath.
Yeah, that's a huge difference.
Yeah, when you're down over 100 CS and 5,000 gold, that is not great. Feels pretty bad. I mean, I've been keeping my eye on Droxers these past 2 fights. I think he's their ticket to coming back in this game. He's at 3 items. He's got the Runeance, he's got the IE, and he's got his Mythic. So if he doesn't get popped right off the top, if he can stay away from the Shockwave and from the barrels, here we go.
But Tops cannot stay away. He does get taken down. We'll see him another day as it looks like they're going to turn their attention to Baron.
Yeah, smart idea. Grab that Baron. You're already deep into the base.
Yeah, Tops just caught in no man's land.
Now, I've seen this before, where Droxers is Jinx and just drops the ultimate and steals it. He did it against Blubbalicious, who placed third. They were actually able to take that game. They took the whole series basically based off that one play. But Mobron goes way too deep. Yeah, he stalls them doing the Baron, but he goes down in the end. A lot of damage coming out. The ultimate does only connect onto Fish Emulsion, which is full life, so it does no damage.
Okay, Tops is back. Molbron has TP and Dragon's up in 20 seconds, so we could get some interesting stuff here.
Call it. Call what happens in the next 2 minutes. Go. ZZ first. ZZ first.
I think you take out you if you're blue side. Oh yeah, see exactly. Yeah. Okay, so you try your best to take out that Shaco, take out that Jinx, and then you just run it home.
Well, they take out the Shaco just as you're talking about it. And
oh no, they're
looking pretty good. They will get that soul, and they're looking to take it home. I think you're right. What are you doing right now, Alex, if you're the side of designated drivers?
I'm reporting Tops, first of all. I'm getting ready to hit that checkbox at the end of the game. I am hiding in my base, and I'm letting them take Baron because, well, actually, you know what? Maybe I'm not. I'm going to send someone bot to try to clear minions. I'm going to see if I can get a 4-stack going with Droxers, Shaco, Tops, and Molbron. I don't even know who you send. Maybe just leave Tops in base, honestly. Like, say, okay, we're not going to steal the Baron. We're just going to try to win a fight 4v5. It's so tough, though. Like, who do you leave to clear those supers? You don't want to leave your jungler behind. You don't want to leave your tank behind.
Cho'Gath is being left behind. He's trying to do the damage that he can, but the essence connects onto him. Now he's taking way too much. Tops looking for the solo target. Was almost already dead. Plead the Fifth might be able to help, but Tops has to use his flash to get away. No Flay, no Death Sentence connecting, and somehow, magically, nobody's died. Yet.
3-minute fight, nobody dies? Oh my goodness.
What the?
Hey, watch out for Tops, though. He's closing in on his second item here at 30 minutes, so, you know, could be looking dangerous.
Could be looking dangerous.
Right,
I like...
ZZ made the correct prediction last time. What's going to happen at this Baron fight? I want this fix.
Honestly, you know GG's going to just take Baron. That's the end of it. Honestly, I'm calling it right now. GD, it's been too much of a difference right now between gold, kills, EXP, just items, all of it right now. It's just coming crashing down. I think we're going to see that Baron from blue side. They're just going to get that one pick that they need and just run it down.
Is there a chance that Crystal Ball is so tilted from just ulting a Shaco clone that he is incapable of playing the rest of the game?
2%.
Possibility.
2%.
Possibility.
Looks like they're starting it up just as he talked about, though there was no pick quite yet. GP still on that bot side, pushing as much as he can. Plead the Fifth might go over the wall here, try to cause some pester, annoyance, bothering him. GP's onto the inhibitor. They need to either pick these 4 people or get the heck out immediately and defend your base, because now the damage is coming through. Okay, Top's doing a lot. Victor is channeling that back, so he should be able to deal with him and all of the minions that are here. They don't find him with the death sentence. He just skates out in the end, and now it's a 4v4. Now they feel good going in. The Gangplank ult did get dropped. Ninja Bear clearing out the minions here. His Plead the Fifth just kind of runs away. Will they turn attention back to the Baron? That is the big question. This game is a long one. We're pushing 33 minutes almost.
I mean, that's saying a lot. You know what I mean? There's been a big gap almost this entire game. You know, but GD is still trying their best, trying to hold it together, doing what they can.
If you put your finger over Kane's scoreline on the scoreboard, you're like, hey, this is looking pretty respectable.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just try to ignore it.
Well, that too, but you look at the CS in the top lane. I mean, look how much... I would not let this GP... If he is the top laner in Game 3, I am not letting him have this.
Yeah, he's been an absolute train, like, wrecking... Train.
You're seeing a lot of
Lots of trains.
Do you want...
Trains.
Train.
Guys, if you like trains, head on down to the LBLCS. Join our Discord down at the bottom. Join our YouTube. Join our Twitter. Follow it or whatever you do on Twitter with trains. I'm not sure how you do that. But if you do know, please DM me on the Discord because you'll learn who I am. I'm Buggleberry Finn. We've got a Not Your Romance ZZ Chocobone with us right now.
Tis me.
Don't choke your bone, Cass.
I can't tell you what to do. You wouldn't even know if I was.
Silent but deadly.
That's a...
Silent,
You know what? I'll
silent bonus.
allow it.
Look at these Ezreal Qs are just nuts. It's so gross.
Yeah, he's big right now. Looks like they're going to do as much damage as they can. Bleed the Fit taking so much damage right here. A nice little diversion from Mobron. Actually zones 4 as he's taking half his health right there. They're able to kill first the clone. And they're actually able to withstand this. The fact that they can withstand the siege is crazy. Tops is going as risky as hell. He's going to try to go around. Here he goes.
He wants it.
A lot of damage onto all of them. Fish Emulsion actually dropping super low. Hysterix is popped. I'm blown away. Elder spawning very soon, so this is a game ender.
Yeah, it has to be, right? Like, whole lot of nothing going on for the most part.
Yeah.
Back and forth on the Baron, just constantly, just most of this game in the river.
River fight! 4-item Jinx. I think Droxers has the potential to carry team fights even with this gold deficit, even with the soul deficit. That Jinx is looking very fierce. And you don't necessarily have a huge front line on the side of GG, so I think if Jinx can stay alive, there's potential for her to carry a team fight.
A lot of pings coming out, a little bit of damage onto some of these guys right now. No deaths here for this gameplay. Top's trying to go over the wall, but he gets absolutely blown up. The shockwave comes in clutch, and it's looking bleak now for designated drivers. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to a game 3 pretty soon.
I think
Certainly
so
looks that way.
Starting up the Elder. Now, a Miracle Steal from Jigsaw would be really fun to see. Or is Cho'Gath trying to get in there, trying to eat it? He will not be able to because Gangplank's the one that actually finishes it up, but they're actually able to kill Thresh first. Molbron now dropping super low. He will be blown up in the end. So is Shaco. A lot of damage coming out. Jinx dies as well. There's the rest of it. There's your Coriander ace, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the LBLCS. I think this has got to be it. I think we're going to a game 3.
I think so too.
Bold prediction. Oh, Tops is alive though. Can
Tops
he
is
in 15?
The redemption arc of Tops.
This is his moment.
You only get one shot. Can he kill all of them? Oh, no, he cannot.
Oh, no.
We found out that being 2 and 14 does hinder your ability to be able to 1v5. He does go down. An exciting series so far. Let's see where we get in game 3 because designated drivers have the choice again.
Yeah, Tops apparently
You cut out after Tops.
losing them.
Now you're back. Oh my god! Oh my god! Look at the damage charts of this one. I'm going to switch the screen over right now. Let's just check a quick little look at this one.
40,000 from Ez.
That's at least a little bit of DiMaggio.
A little bit.
Victor doing a lot still, though. Jinx doing a lot. 2nd and 3rd in the game. 4th going over to that GP. Ezreal got a lot of gold based off of killing that Tops, which was pretty crazy. Interesting how we're going to go into this game 3 here. I do want to see what both teams do, what side selection happens, where people end up being. So, Mobron asking me a question about side selection. Remember, top seed, and I'll just reiterate this to everybody in here right now listening to this cast. Remember that side selection is based off of seeding. So if you're the higher seed, you get the odd game side selection. So you get 1, 3, and 5, depending on what kind of series you're playing. And if you are the lower seed, you get 2/4, depending on what kind of series you're playing. So being the higher seed has a significant advantage because selecting your side is important in these best of 3, best of 5 series.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm going to pay out. Don't DM me. Hey, little boy.
Schmeckles.
This is to little boy, and he knows who he is. Do not DM me about doing payouts. Don't do it.
Wish.
You know what I'll do? I'll tell you not to do it on air, which is what I just did, and everybody heard it.
Ooh.
Yeah. So buy me a river and cry me a dinner. No, it's the other way around. Shit.
Cry me a dinner. When the food's a little bit too spicy, you gotta cry me a dinner.
Jump on down.
So, I mean, do you pick Kane again?
I'm
Do you
thinking
really?
probably not.
Well, yeah, I think you just played. I think the big thing about that game really was that he invaded the heck room at the red. You didn't need to do that. Then he got really set behind right there by a lot of experience, by a lot of gold, and he gave another kill away over to Hecarim, who's so good early. I think that was really his big downfall. I think it worked game 1, so he thought it would work game 2, and I think that's what messed him up.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely. GG kind of they learned from what they needed to do from game 1, honestly. And Kane, it's just that was a little bit rough to watch. There was a lot of moments where he just did not need to be, which is really different from game 1. Honestly, we saw
he
some.
looks like a completely different player.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you just have those games.
I'm gonna get you in here in a second. Not sure. I'm sorry. I thought I had invited you. Apparently, it did not go through. TSM double flop. Thank you so much for saying leave now. Actually, we're gonna scan over to this screen where you get to see TSM double flop vouching for me, saying leave now, you peasant. Doing a really good job demanding something of Plead the Fifth, who normally pleads the Fifth. So really good from him.
Yeah, tough to get information out of him.
Yeah, definitely. Okay. We're at 1-1 in the series. Yes, I'm going to switch all this stuff that you're looking at. I get it. It's all wrong. I'm just lazy, okay? Let's be honest. I wake up in the morning. I'm still sleeping. I'm not even awake yet. That's how lazy I am. You know what I mean?
You don't get paid enough to care.
I don't get paid at all. I don't get paid.
Yeah.
You know? It's low budget. It's not schmo budget. Wasn't a good one. I know it wasn't a good one.
We say low budget. We mean no budget.
Yeah, we negative budget. I'm paying money to be in this low budget league.
Oh,
In terms of lost man hours, yeah.
True.
Pay the price.
Okay, I will switch over the insignias now, and by that I mean logos, and by that I mean things I photoshopped one night when I was drinking corianders.
Did you actually use Photoshop? Or,
No, I used Photopea.com, which is a free version of Photoshop online, proving once again that we are low budget.
Oh my goodness.
Can't afford the licensing.
We can't afford any type of license. I don't even have my license to drive, and I've just been breaking the law the entire time.
It's true. You've been walking everywhere since day 1.
That's why I'm so in shape.
They don't even have a bike for you.
They shouldn't. I don't want it.
Can we like a low budget LCS like memorial bicycle?
Yes,
Really,
actually,
like
exactly like that.
Advertise the league. Like, you know how people put ads on the sides of buses? We just put our ads on the make
Bikes
people carry cards on bikes.
Looks like they have me. Scott Silver Scrapes going right now. It's great. You should, guys. If we're too low budget to play it, but you should just play it on your own.
That's for game 5 though, not for game 3. I don't care if it's
we're low budget though, so game 3 is kind of like game 5 anyway.
No. I don't care if it's the winner take all. I refuse to compromise the integrity of Silver Scrapes by playing it for a third game.
I hate to break this to you, but it's actually the original phrase is dinner take all. Yeah, and we're going to see which one is going to be eating the beef in this one. Designated drivers are on the blue side. I'm very interested in how their draft changes now that they've lost a game. I'm interested in whether or not this draft stays the same from the side of Golden Griefers. They are keeping Fish Emulsion in, so I think that is good. That's a good idea right here because they were able to win the game with him in. He had a crazy game on Gangplank. I'm thinking that's getting taken away.
I'm looking into my crystal ball, and I'm seeing a Gangplank ban in the future.
Oh, looks like I did not get a spec link.
It's in the chat. If you look, do you have lobby chat? Because I can send it to you.
No. I think I'm actually on one of the teams now.
Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Here, I'll get out of that.
Gatotsu Zero. Listen, GZ, I'm shortening your name now. Yes, in chat, GZ, I'm shortening your name. Not having a license to drive has nothing to do with our budget and a lot to do with our love for coriander beer. That's actually incorrect. She's a Shen ban that just came out. It was a zero. Nothing was shown. I think whoever has the link might be glitched a little bit. So hopefully the other team does see that it is a Shen ban. They've reiterated that to them. This is a low budget league. We'd expect something like this. Here's the Seraphine ban.
I think we're going to see the same bans again for the most part on this side of GG. Worked out pretty well for them. Able to get rid of 3 supports and pick the Hecarim. The only problem being that this game they will not have the first pick. So if they left the Hecarim up, there is a chance that it could be stolen away. But I mean, there's been some Victor picks early the past 2 games. So are you willing to gamble on them doing Victor first a third consecutive game?
And Victor did well in both games, regardless of the results. Like, he actually was outperforming a lot of people in the game, even if his team didn't have pressure. So I'm interested to let that through because it's clearly very strong.
Rel, Zoe, Shen. So no GP ban, actually. My crystal ball was wrong. I guess they weren't as scared of it. Okay, back to the Hecarim ban. So you can see a Victor here. You could also see the Vel'Koz is left up for once. A lot of options here. Yeah,
and it's first picked.
So now what do you do on the side of GG? You have the Olaf available. You could go back to the Orianna once again. Galio.
So they're going to flex, I think, mid-support the same way DD is going to flex mid-support with this Vel'Koz. That Galio can go on to Christo Ball, or it could go on to the support here. So it's a really powerful pick in the fact that you don't have to decide where it goes till later in the draft.
Yeah, you're on red side. You get the last pick. Good stuff. I like the Galio pick.
I'm drinking a coriander beer right now. I'm actually drinking a coriander light, 99 calories.
Health food.
I'm sorry.
Ooh.
Wait, I misread that. 69 calories, 420 liters. So good. Coriander beer.
Joining us on the cast.
Wow.
Coriander beer. Isn't Ori 2-0 this series? No, Victor won game 1 against Ori. Ori is not 2-0 this series, sorry. Darius can be picked up. Darius is 1-0 this series, though.
Winner.
Ooh. I like the cow pick.
Big tanks coming out. Big tanks.
No, that is so confusing to me. Why pick the Galio first if you're going to immediately forfeit your flex? I feel like you could do so much more. And
so I will say, in their regular season game, which is I think the last season or second to last, or the first or second to last game of the season. Let me rephrase that. They lost to Vel'Koz. I'm talking about Golden Gravers here. 14-1. Vel'Koz was 14-1, had absolutely dominated them in the mid lane. And I think they're just ready to send it and say, I think I know where that is. Let's throw the Galio there. Let's chill and farm. You can do a really good job dodging. You can go in if we have the ganks. The Gragas should be in the top lane. They've picked 3 incredibly tanky people, but they've picked all AP at this point. Whereas there is actually a little bit of spread here from designated drivers, and they've picked damage in all positions.
Yeah, so I mean, you're probably going to see something with a bit more damage coming in the jungle. You could pick the Kayn. I don't think it's likely to fall back into the hands of tops anytime soon. Go for something like a Lee Sin, maybe. But I think you're putting a lot on the shoulders of your AD carry by picking Galio and Gragas. So there's a lot of setup. And I think Rivare, he played a really good game last time, so he could... Not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying he's going to need to do the bulk of the heavy lifting.
There's the Victor ban finally coming out. Now, it's interesting. They're trying to force that Vel'Koz into the mid lane with that Victor ban because they know it is a flex.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, if I'm on the side of designated drivers, how I round this out is I think I got to pick a jungler with early game pressure, and I think I got to support that can help us mitigate losses when they dive us, because Galio, Alistar, Gragas can totally dive you. So I think Morgana, Lulu, you're looking at champions similar to that type of archetype from the side of designated drivers. But Golden Guardians, I think you're just picking full damage here because you got all your big boys, the CC, the tank.
Yeah, you can go with a bit of a greedier jungle pick if you want, something with the bit more pop-off potential. Really any number of choices. For that, you could pick something like a Lilia, although you have a lot of AP already. You could even look for something like a Master Yi if you wanted to get really crazy with it.
Ezreal.
You could pick my world famous Kaisa jungle.
Ezreal getting picked up. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Ezreal was cracked last game, did so much damage in comparison. Interested to see where the rest of this goes. It does look like they've cemented where, I guess you could still technically flex Galio top, Gragas jungle, but I highly doubt that. I would expect Galio mid, Gragas top, Alistar support with the Ezreal here, and they're going to pick jungle last based on the rest of these picks. Corki here in the mid lane should be... Wait. So they're going to run Vel'Koz down the bottom.
Yeah, hold on.
This is the flex coming out, so they're going to say, hey, I know you're trying to force this onto the mid lane, but we're going to pick the Corki instead. Corki and a Galio, you like this pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he does fine in lane. You're not likely to get engaged upon. You can W out of his W, basically farm up, stay safe. He does counter you a little bit with the magic damage shield, but you also have some AD in your kit, so you can still chunk him pretty decently. Okay, Vi. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all.
I don't hate that either. I think that's smart. I think it's smart because it has a point-and-click ultimate, and let's see what this last pick is, but if you kill Ezreal in this comp, you win. Echo.
Yeah.
Echo does good damage.
Junglers.
Echo can carry, but if you kill Ezreal, this is a totally different game. Okay, here's why I want to see this game. I don't even care about the comps too much, because I think the comps this game, relatively even. And chat can disagree, and you guys can disagree, but I think overall, from what we've seen in the last two games, these two compositions are the most even we've seen these guys draft. But if Ezreal's not there, this game is all over. But tops cannot go into the jungle against... You can't just go ham into the jungle against him. You can't do it. This Echo is in the jungle. And if you go ham into him and you feed him, it's game over like it was in game 2.
Yeah. I mean... yeah, both of these teams both have some really good picks. I mean, we saw what the Ezreals could do last game. That I think that's going to be, like you were saying, the big scary thing.
Yeah, I think there are problems with both these drafts. I don't think GG does enough damage flat out. I don't think Ezreal did really well, but
I was gonna say that both these drafts both these drafts are almost counterintuitive with how they want to play it out.
Yeah.
You've got Vi who wants to go in and punch people, but Vel'Koz who just wants to sit back and throw things out.
Not only that, you've got Vi and Darius who kind of want to go do that, and then you've got Vel'Koz, Corki who don't. They want to chill, and then Jinx is kind of that middle ground. You can do either one with Jinx.
For Jinx, like, is it the Vel'Koz knockup? Like, I sure hope not.
I think if you're talking about straight up team cohesion, again, I'm gonna side with that Golden Griefer side. The Galio, Alistar, Gragas. I think you can really set up big plays. The Echo has a huge stun. And we saw last game, Ezreal really punish anybody who stepped out of place. He said, hey, I can 3-hit you, and I'm going to if you step out of place. He did a really good job of doing that in game 2.
Yeah, I think the Griefers have a more cohesive comp, but I also don't think, like, there are some serious problems with it. You have a lot of AP, and you don't
a lot of melee.
A lot of melee. You want to be close up, and I don't hate Ezreal, but I think something that has a little bit more...
Be honest, though.
Okay, I hate Ezreal. I think it was a bad pick. I think you could have... I think you could have picked something with a little bit more late-game tank shred pop-off potential, as opposed to Ezreal, who's going to chunk squishies, but...
I don't think that... Well, there's so many squishies on the side of designated drivers. You don't need something that's going to really tank shred. I think that the Ezreal pick is okay. I think the big issue I have with is what you talked about actually very early on in the draft. Like, you picked that Gallia, which is a flex, and then you just showed where it was going.
Yeah, you immediately forfeit your flex. Chat says 4 melee into Darius. That's also a good point. Like, Darius is going to eat this game. I don't know. Like, Ezreal can dance around and poke, but, like... Is it enough? Maybe. It remains to be seen. Things happen. Things change.
Yeah.
It's definitely true. We're going to see which team is able to go to the playoffs. Remember, this is Wildcard here. So securing this win 100% gets you that clear line straight up to the playoffs. Like, you're in, you're set. Only 2 teams of the 4 get to go. Then the last game is based on seeding. It's a best of 3 that gets played tomorrow, hopefully. And yeah, you might lose that game,
And yeah.
but this game's the game that matters. This one right here is the one that matters because at least you get a shot in playoffs.
Yep, this is where you got to empty your bag of tricks. Empty everything you have, because once you get that playoff spot, anything can happen. So this is the time to put on your big boy pants, play your heart out.
Golden Griefers having most of the schmeckles bet on them right now. They've got 4,200, only 2,200 on the side of designated drivers. See if that does increase. I think game one, actually, ironically, we saw the most amount of schmeckles bet. So let's see if that does change here in game three. Everything is on the line. It's going to be an interesting game. Regardless, we've seen both these teams really be in positions where they should be losing, and all of a sudden they're able to hold off for another 10 minutes. So, you know, no matter how the game goes, it's anybody's game still. I'm going to say that a lot this game as we see what does happen with these players, but I think both these teams really do have what you need to have to be able to make it into playoffs and be able to do well in playoffs, and that's just heart, and that's just believing in your team, trusting them, and trying to go as far as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I love coriander beer. And
Complete non sequitur.
that's not a non sequitur. Coriander beer is a mainstay of the LBLCS, and if you don't know what a mainstay is, or you don't know what the LBLCS, if you don't know what the LBLCS is, drop on down, join our Discord, join our Twitch, join our Twitter, YouTube, donate to us. But if you could try to type in the negative sign in the donate button, that'd be sick. Because we actually are getting too many donations. We don't want any more. We're done with them, honestly.
Gotta keep it low.
We're getting a lot of calls from Chase Bank saying, you guys are putting too much money in.
Yeah.
We don't have anywhere to keep it. You're filling up the vaults. Can you please give back some of your money to your
said
loyal
you're going to
patrons?
have to change your name pretty soon if you make any more money. And so we want you guys to take some money out of our budget, make us low again. We'll appreciate it so much because it's going to cost so much to rebrand. And I don't know, we'd have to go back to low budget right after we rebranded. It wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah. I mean, imagine tuning in and you see the name, it says medium budget LCS. Like, headache.
It's just a fucking nightmare. Anyway, I'm going to go tango. It takes two. So if you're playing at home, it takes you to tango, it takes you to tango, it takes you to tango, it takes you to tango. Get fucked, idiot.
Wow. That's 4 beers. Or 4 whatever beverages. Mojitos maybe, even.
Yeah, coriander mojitos as well.
Yeah, what are you drinking, Chocobo?
Mostly water. Trying to keep hydrated. Your boy's got a bit of a nasal problem, but I'm sneezing it out. I'm blowing out the boogies, getting it all out of my system.
Yeah, empty the pipes.
Yeah, I didn't go to a doctor. Didn't tell me that, but he told me other things, but I didn't want to listen to him. So I'm just
doctors are dumb. I've often said.
I've been sniffing black pepper all day, sniffing a lot of coriander.
Rails.
Yeah, rails of it. Yeah.
I got my credit card out.
It's clogging up the pipelines.
Yeah, I just insane amounts of black pepper.
Yeah, it really hurts.
Skin game.
Oh, here we go. Skin game.
Part of the broadcast.
Personally, my favorite part of all of LBLCS games.
Skin game?
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah.
Big skin guy.
Yeah, what do you think we're here for? The gameplay?
Ugh.
No.
Gross.
Oh my god. Do you think I want to watch
Okay.
people play League of
Kev
Legends?
has allergies, highlighted a message, unclog those pipes. I'm not sure what it's in reference to, but I'm going to
It's my
respond to
nose
it.
holes.
I'm going to say no. Not going to unclog them.
Chocobo's dying of nose-itis.
Get fucked, Chocobo. That's all I'm going to say.
It's okay. I'll try to.
Trying to get
Back to the skins, though. Got
Mukau
Alistar.
Alistar. Oh,
Yeah.
we both said it. It's
Thank
so
you.
good.
It, honestly, one of my favorite skins. I know he mentioned the Gentleman Cho'Gath last game, but Mukau Alistar definitely does take the cake for me. I like the cow. Give me the beef, baby. Although I will say, once again, Bioforge Darius, good fart skin.
Dragon Wing
Lots
and
of farts.
Firecracker, the synergy right there with the Chinese New Year is pretty good.
That is really nice. Very, very nice.
But I'm seeing the mastery locked on Corky. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my goodness gracious me. How does this happen? That in desperation, there's only one man who answers the phone. Corky.
Also, we don't have any phones here at the LBLCS, by the way.
Well,
There's no, you can't call us.
Faxing in all my paperwork.
Yeah, every single piece of paper that I've ever seen has been faxed in by him. He's never called in a piece of paper.
No.
I also don't know how that works.
yeah, you don't call.
Basically, what you do is you call and you read the paper, and then they have to write down what they hear on the other end.
Ooh, nice.
Makes enough sense to me.
Very
Okay,
long
so
process.
blue side has won both games so far.
Oh,
Game
true.
3.
Yeah.
So, history would say designated drivers take this one, but I don't know.
I think DD are in a bit of a draft hole at the moment. Despite my problems that I have with GG's draft, I do think it is better. But,
We
we
said that
are
game 1.
often-
Did we not say that game 1?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
yeah, we did.
three.
They like the bad draft. That's their whole
Bad
shit.
draft.
Sometimes having a bad draft just inspires you to play all the more.
Exactly. Everything's
Well,
at
I will
stake.
say, a lot of times, it feels like it's a bad draft because there's 1 or 2 champions out of, that doesn't make any sense in the draft. But it's all because of comfort, and that's a big thing when you're in 5s in this Plat Elo league, which we are in.
Mhm.
Having comfort can mean so much more because you know what you do in team fights, you know how to facilitate them, you know how to help your teammates or to carry. And I think comfort is just such an important thing to consider when you're talking about the composition that your team is running.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, as much as we would like to make these drafts out as like an intricate chess match where every move has lasting implications, sometimes it's just like, why did you pick it? Oh, I wanted to. I'm good at the character.
Oh, I've played 400 games on
crazy.
this, and I haven't played anyone else yet.
Yeah. Like
That's
I
another big.
Ziggs. Why did I pick Ziggs? He's the only champ I own. Like,
He's the only champ. Thank God they didn't fucking ban him. We would have.
imagine that. First time I play ranked, I'm like, so help me God if they ban Ziggs. That is it. Dodging.
Can't dodge this one. It is the LBLCS. A nice jungle steal here from the side of Echo as he starts in the blue side jungle
comes
of
Vi.
Vi, but Vi is going to roam up and find him. I think there's going to be crazy pings, crazy comms going on in just a second. Yeah, he notices his blue is gone. He's chasing up, looking for this Echo right now. Doesn't fucking find him yet, though. I'm staring at my minimap and like there's stuff going on the main screen. Come on, jump over. Oh, it's the mid lane. Come on.
Oh,
Fucking camera.
Corky.
Uh-oh, Corky, I might be in some serious trouble right now. They do know where Vi is on that comp right now. All Echo has, though,
Okay. Wow.
is the buff, and all Vi has is the buff. She's going to be able to pick up that Gromp right there, go to 8 CS to the 4, and I think maybe just go into the red side jungle because they saw where Echo went, and now she's pinging. She thinks she knows where he is, and everybody's pinging the red buff. There's going to be a giant fight here that might just decide the game.
Yeah. Echo drops a ward on blue, now moving back topside. Come on, directed camera, help us out!
Guys, don't even look at anything else on the map. Here we go. Back up. Oh, wait. No, back. Okay.
jeez.
Tops, you're in
Oh,
trouble.
oh
He
my-
gets taunted up. Lulu looking for him right now. A lot of damage coming out from Ninja Bear. He is level 3, kind of burning down Crystal Ball right now as Molbron's taking a lot of damage from Fish Emulsion, but Fish Emulsion's out of mana. We'll be able to impact that fight much longer, and I think they're just going to take their losses and then say, okay, we got 3 buffed. We're going to chill, send Vi back down, just have him farm. We learned our lesson from game 1.
Oh, jeez. Big chunks. Oh, good job, man.
I love watching Gragas CS. Just
He's
gives
so
him a little bit of a slap.
He's a big slapper.
He's a big... Gragas could be a loyal patron of bigmenbigsuits.gov, I think.
And of Coriander Beer.
Yeah.
Yes, both things are true. The engage here from Crystal Ball is not going to mean too much if Alistar can't get in, and he cannot.
Yeah.
Oh, a nice knockback here. That's actually good damage
Very
because
nice,
the tower
yeah.
shot comes in too.
Honestly, Arclay Vel'Koz is just yellow Vel'Koz,
Yeah.
if you ask me.
I didn't ask you, but I agree
Hot
with you.
take of the day.
Plead the Fifth doing a lot of damage on this, though, right here. A nice flash over the wall by Echo is going to keep him alive. He does hit level 3 because those minions died right there, giving enough XP to hit it. But first Scuttle going over to the side of Designated Drivers. They do have a very tiny little bit of a gold lead, but it doesn't mean anything right now in the game.
Yeah, 400 gold, fairly insignificant. If you lose first blood, that swings right back. But, you know, it's a promising start. Build up a little bit of a farm lead. Of course, there are some minions to be caught here on the bot side, so that's going to equalize a little bit. And for all the jungle shenanigans that we witnessed, these guys are roughly equal in farm. But
I will
maybe Echo having a
say,
few
like,
more camps
I think that
to grab.
this has been one of the craziest jungle matchups I've seen in a while in the LBLCS. Like, these two guys, like, Tops is the sub jungler, and he's doing such a good job. He did such a good job in game 1. Game 2, he definitely ran it down a little bit, but he still did a good job doing the things that he had to, which was just buy time for his team to try to find kills. But just like the invading that's going on, the fact that they're bothering each other so much, it's really entertaining to watch these two. Flash inward here. A lot of damage on to Bleed the Fist. Has to flash over the wall right now. Does take a tower shot. And here comes Galio into the bot lane. They might be able to find 2. Are they able to find Bleed the Fist? They find the first blood. They're looking for the second one. Draxers will go down in the end. Does what he can, but he's in the garbage can now. Sent back to the fountain.
Nice deep teleport flank there from Crystal Ball, able to teleport in, get the wide stretch double taunt onto the bot lane, and okay.
Obron really wanted it.
Yeah, he's hungry.
I will say he played the way Darius should, angry and upset.
Yeah.
Tops is gonna do it. Oh no, he's not. Okay, he's like, I think his team is like, no. Oh, the smite missed. He could have. That's the crazy part, is that would have been the easiest steal in a while.
You still got flash and heal on your bot laner. The other bot lane has nothing. Easy repeat. Crap the drag as well. Both kills go onto the Ezreal. Going to help him carry a little bit harder. It's a nice start. Here comes...
Yeah, we saw what he could do in game 1. Ninja Bear getting stunned up and hit all around, trying to do the damage that he can, doing a little bit onto that Alistar. But everything was dropped onto him. A huge ultimate onto Obron. That tower shot's going to be enough. A huge kill from Fish Emulsion. What a play out of Gragas.
That was really good.
That's like the textbook Gragas play right there, is you smack him back into the turret, stun, able to hit the second turret shot. You don't expect the Gragas to solo kill the Darius, and yet, here we are.
Tower definitely helped him out a little bit. A couple of extra tower shots that he was able to take, but such a good play, such a smart play from Gragas right there. So there's a lot of tanks on the side of these guys, and yeah, there are a lot of melee, but if they don't take out Plead, I mean, Vel'Koz's passive just does true damage.
Yeah.
He's a huge player of Vel'Koz. We've seen it banned out basically every game.
And for a reason, too.
Right, and we're going to see that reason if it does come to fruition or if they're able to squash it. Very interested to see how this plays out when the teams actually finally group as 5.
Oh, I love that quirky W. It's a good looking animation.
Did they see him? I think they did.
I think they did too. The way
Maybe
they're backing
something
out
happening in the river.
Got 2 people and 2 people. And a lot of damage on to Bleed the Fifth down here in the bot lane. He's going to take a huge amount. He's able to actually dodge it with the E right there. Bleed the Fifth trying to help chunk him, but he does go down in the end. 0-4 goes the score. And a 1.2k gold lead here for the side of... Oh my god, the flash forward. Tops is unable to find it. Held my breath for a second there because I didn't know what was going on, but a nice knockback here from Alistar should keep his team safe.
Great reaction time on that. Good job.
Yeah, this Ezreal's actually cracked.
Yeah, pretty cracked.
Trying to find damage right now, but Mobron is right here. There's no ultimate for Lulu to take if they are able to find more damage onto him. The Ghost is going to get procced. He did not take the teleport this time, something I failed to mention when we were loading in. A lot of damage onto him. Oh, my God. Oh, here comes the cavalry, ladies and gentlemen. Mobron goes down for the second time in the game, and it's a 0-5 scoreline. Designated drivers looking kind of in trouble, but will they find the hit onto him right here? They will, and the shutdown gold goes on to Vel'Koz. Honestly, even though he's support, Bleed the Fist somebody who can carry.
Nicely done to grab your first kill of the game, return that after Mobron had a bit of an overextension around the mid lane. You get that shutdown gold, that's nice. And like you say, onto the Vel'Koz, it's actually pretty good in this situation. He's building towards that AP, gonna help him out a decent chunk. But still, I mean, heavy advantage to GG here. Shut down the Ezreal, but he's still mighty dangerous.
Definitely a terrifying sight to see if you're up against him 1v1 because he will take you down. He's got that sheen. He's got the Caulfield blade. I'm looking at the scoreline, though, in terms of gold, and because of the mid lane gap. Check out this mid lane gap in CS. Look at it.
Huge.
That's why it's
huge.
so close still. And Corki getting late game, as you know, Alex, can carry. Nice flash here from Alistar. Are they able to pick up lead the 5th? Oh, it doesn't quite connect, but the Ignite should be able to get him as Drox is trying to do as much damage as he can. I think it's all over for him, though. Drox is dropping super, super low. Trying to kite what he can, but his stutter stepping is not going to be enough because it's so easy to hit on Ezreal. Your auto attacks hit, your Qs are huge if you're up close. Really good play. 1-7 goes the score, and now a 2K gold lead for the side of Golden Griefers. Getting mean.
This lane is looking like they have played this matchup 100 times before, which is all the more impressive since they definitely have not. Really nice play there to pick up the double kill. Perfect timing on the Ignite to actually pick up the kill. I thought that Plead the Fifth had a chance of escaping there. Did not. Not even close.
Getting close to another bracket on that tower there.
Yeah, a little bit of a lull state we're going to find for a little bit, I think. Next Dragon's up in 15, but I don't think they're going to choose to fight right away. Both teams going to just struggle over
They have that rift.
You're going to struggle over it. That's true. If they do drop the rift, if they're looking for a certain type of, you know, priority in one lane over the other, they can drop that and go right to it. We did see that in game 1. But yeah, it's just going to be a support war for a little bit of poking out. Here comes the engage. Now the fight is breaking loose. A nice flash from Plead. Keep safe for a second, but the packages drop from him. Here comes the Galio. Oh my god! The Velcro's all burning everybody down. Huge amount of true damage, and now the rest of designated drivers are here. They're looking for the kill. A nice ultimate there onto him. Now Ezreal's in a lot of trouble. Gets stunned up. He might go down in the end. Vi is right here. Can she win it? A nice shield's going to keep her alive, and all of a sudden the swing goes to designated drivers. Can they keep Fish Emulsion off? We've seen how good he is.
Oh, how did that happen? He was the one who initially got caught. Was able to escape, turn around with the help of the package. Ninja Bear valiantly sacrifices himself for the good of the team.
You can still take this as Gragas, by the way. Oh, but he's not gonna choose to. Top's gonna go in. They're gonna grab it. They didn't have smite up. They just made sure that Gragas was far away from it so they could get it. And Darcy's gonna drop Ghost. I think just rotate.
Yeah, probably smart idea. Once again, that Vel'Koz's true damage really coming into play.
Yeah.
Really.
And 1-1 goes the Dragons, which is something I wasn't expecting to see. I was expecting a 2-0 start here from the side of Golden Griefers because it does look like they control the game, but you look at this Corki, he's so big, he didn't get a kill yet. If he starts picking up some kills, I mean, if he gets 3 items early, this could be a heck of a different game as Drox is just forced to back away from this bot lane tower.
Yes, yeah, really good. He cashed out a Cull. I love Cull on Corki, especially into a lane opponent like Galio, who's not going to test you. Opts for the Essence Reaver first, which I do sort of like. You don't really need... you're not really concerned about dying all that much to Galio. You don't really need the shield bow right off the bat. He could even look for it. Oh, he's running away.
Getting chased down right now, and if he does get knocked up, he will get knocked back. He's doing much damage. He had a huge flash over the wall, actually, to ignore that.
Really great job.
Yeah.
Curious to see what he'll go second. Could go for the shield bow. Could also even, I mean, potentially just go for Manami in second, which...
Oh, a lot of damage now onto Vi. Might be in a little bit of trouble. A huge knockback, but she has her Q. She's going to be okay. The ultimate from Ezreal does connect, and now they're trying to bully Ninja Bear right now. He's taking a lot of damage. So much CC could come out. Here comes the E from Fish Emulsion. They knock him up, but Darius is actually the one in a lot of trouble. Doesn't connect his pull-in, doesn't connect the Q to get the heals. 2 people are down, and as we've seen so many times, it is Mobron and Tops that die in these fights very early on. As Plead the Fifth takes way too much damage to heal, keep him alive for a second longer. Now Drox is trying to clean up the kill onto the Ezreal, but I don't think he's going to be able to. Here comes Echo doing the rest of the damage onto him. He can't go over the wall, though. He does have flash available, opted not to use it despite... Oh, he had no ult up. He had used it in the last fight.
Could have flashed there, I think, and absolutely picked up the kill. Ooh.
Well, talking about picking up a kill, they are able to get one onto him. But actually, Corki's able to trade it back, which does matter because the more damage...
The mid lane outer.
Yeah. Still alive.
Whoops. Was it a BM execute? Like, I'm so good, I'm just gonna execute.
By the way, rest in peace, DMX. Hope you have sweet
For all my
dreams.
Rough Riders out there.
Yeah, anyone who's a Rough Rider, we support DMX, and you know, I just can't even talk. Can someone else say?
Yeah, it's tough to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah.
We miss you, X.
Top's doing a lot of damage onto this Alistar right now. The teleport from Ninja Bear does come in. There's the ultimate
Very
from
nice.
Vi. He's able to pick up a lot of people, drop him down, but the Ezreal is going to finish him off.
Ooh.
Okay, now we're in a position where 3 of them are about half health or lower. Alistar has to channel the back. Galio has to channel back. Now you got no real tank with you. Darius going to go back to the top lane, keep splitting. This is a really hectic game at 15 minutes. 5-13 is absolutely insane. There's a lot of damage coming out from Bleed the Fifth. He forces the E away from the Gragas, dropping him very low as well. They're going to look for this mid lane tower right now. They're just poking people out. Oh, but here comes Crystal Ball. He had gone around with the teleport. He has found the CC. They have found the kills. Droxers and Plead the Fifth go down. Yeah, they get a consolation prize of the Gragas, but it's not going to be enough. Hopefully, Darius can pick up the tower here in the top lane because it's 1-0 right now.
2 games in a row where Rivari is just, you know, flexed on
True.
the Ezreal. Look at. I mean, look at those score lines on the side of designated drivers. 1-3, 1-2, 1-2, 1-3, 2-5. Like, no one is positive. And while you do have some people who are actually up in gold, like the Corky, you're looking at the score lines and you're going, uh-oh.
Yeah, not looking too hot.
It's definitely threatening. I'm looking at this bot lane scoreline. It's pretty scary. Somehow, magically, the CS is still even. I think it's because it's very early in the game and the kills have been hectic. The fights have been insane, and Ezreal's just picking up a lot of the scraps of them, too, because his team is winning, so that's really positive for him. He's up in gold pretty substantially. Top lane is definitely a big advantage for the Gragas here. Jungle, Echo's doing a good job, but that's really not because he's got the kills. Again, the CS is very close. So despite designated drivers being down in a massive amount of gold, their CS is pretty good. They just need to work on their team cohesion like we were talking about and fix these team fights.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, and here comes Crystal Ball trying to find everybody. They are able to CC him on up, but Darius is about to pay the price for all of their sins. A nice ultimate from Ninja Bear. Actually, that's his package as he goes in, but Vi's dead. Darius is dead. Ninja Bear should be dead in a matter of seconds. He does go down in the end. Vel'Koz is alive. It's not going to hit. It was so close.
Oh.
The Mega Death Rocket is so close to hitting.
This is looking like it's going to be a pretty quick game. Game 3. Oh.
Definitely a little bit darker.
Oh,
Tops
oh,
does
and a
disconnect
DT.
from the game.
Ooh.
The fighting had stopped, so that's why they paused it there and not as soon as it happened. Tops actually replied, so it's very interesting. He must have disconnected like that. Like, he must have been like a strange instance because he's already back in, at least replying. I don't know what the issue is, but we did see the disconnect. There's the R from Droxers, the R from Echo coming out as well. Lulu saying his team is ready. Oh, by the way, we finally got a new Soul Drake.
Oh, yeah, we did.
It's Cloud this time.
Yay.
A huge flash forward here from Fish Emulsion as the ultimate from Galio comes out as well. They're not going to be able to pick him up all the way in the end. Nice play there right after the pause to make sure that the play does come out, because sometimes after those pauses it is really difficult to make sure that you're able to stay on focus and do what you need to do. Usually people will back up, but good play here from the side of Golden Griefers.
Whole lot of nothing going on now. Till the next team fight or the next objective. We got 4 minutes. Yeah. Oh, maybe going towards Baron. Setting up for it.
Do Baron. Why not?
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, a little bit of vision clearing right now from the side of Golden Griefers, leaving that ward gold for the side of Echo. It's actually not even up yet. It's just the Herald that is up. They're going to find a little bit of damage onto this Alistar right now. Poking him out. Actually, poking out Echo as well. As this Herald's barely touched it. They actually have a pretty good health advantage. They don't have the gold advantage. They don't have the item advantage. But they can definitely poke these guys away because they have that range advantage. Grog is pushing bottom. He's going to get this next tower.
Yeah, smart. Smart.
I like the double rocket belt. I think we're gonna have a lot of fun with,
Rockets.
twice as many rocket belts. Oh my goodness! Look at that Ezra damage. It's so stupid.
It's crazy.
Narrowly misses a kill on that one. If he'd hit plead the fifth, I reckon it would have killed.
I reckon.
I sincerely do.
Wow, right down middle America Randy Newman style, I reckon it would have killed. Oh my god, the flash forward, a nice heal! They're going to be able to actually trade this one right now. What a heal from Droxers. Keep plead the fifth alive for just a second longer. They get the shutdown gold onto that Vi. It's a 1-for-0, but they took the bot lane tower.
Get greedy, Rivare. You don't need that kill on the Vel'Koz, but you definitely need your flash, your heal, and your life. So, a bit of an overextension there. Thought
Tops
he was...
might set away. That was actually very amusing. Ninja Bear now might be in a little bit of trouble, but actually his positioning seems to be pretty good because the rest of his team is supporting him, coming on right on up. Alistar backing in that bush, might be in a little bit of trouble. The hook does miss, but here comes Tops. Tops has no brakes. He is all gas, and he is looking for something to fight. Looks like they are going to back up. The team call is to back up, try to reset for this Baron, make sure that the other team cannot take it, try to clear out the vision. Ninja Bear's in a big trouble if he does get hit by this ultimate. A nice flash forward does keep him safe. Droxer's also going to be knocked away by that. Another ultimate actually came in. Ezreal's too. This is going to be a huge fight for designated drivers if they're able to turn it.
Yeah, this could be just what they need to start that, once again, that momentum.
Okay, Dragon in 130. We've got 2-1 in drags. We've got 7-19 in kills. About a 5K gold lead. 4 golden griefers who are on that red side right now. They are looking for something. What they really want to find, I don't know. Probably a pick into the objective, into getting some inhibitors, getting that map pressure going around. If I'm on the side of designated drivers, not Jerome, what am I looking to do right now? How am I trying to set up my vision?
Number one, I'm making my Corki buy more pink words because that vision score is too low. Second of all, I am doing everything I can to get vision around the dragon. I think you're going to take the chance that they will not be pushing on the Baron this early in the game. Doing everything I can to set up around there. Am I able to check the timing on the package? I'm not. I can't tell.
Lead the fifth might have to check his timer on his life as he does get absolutely blown up. Mobron trying to burn a little bit of something, but he will get taken down as well. As all of a sudden, got a flash forward from Alistar. Tops in a huge amount of trouble. He gets CC'd and taken down as well. Crystal Ball, and they pause again. Tops pauses. They're able to pick him up. It does look like the fight was pretty much over at that point, so the pause, I think, was appropriate. Yeah. Because there's just nothing's going to come of this. They're all on traps right here. 3 people are dead for the side of designated drivers, so it's not going to amount in a lot of anything. It should be their 3rd Drake easily picked up here for the side of Golden Griefers. Although, you can see Miracle Jinxsteel does have the Super Mega Death Rocket available. Can maybe Miracle Steel with the W.
All right, so Corki did end up going for the Muramana Manamune second. So he's hit his stacks. He has the Muramana. He's A-okay. Now can work towards a mythic. I expect it to be a shield bow. That and Trinity Force are really the 2 big mythics on Corki. And if you already have the Sheen item with the Essence Reaver, you don't need to be able to Triforce. So I'm expecting to see the shield bow come through. And that's when, on 3 items, is when he can start to really start to pump out some damage. And I think he and the Jinx are the main win conditions of this team. And it's really, even then, it's not looking good. Mobron is not beefy enough to fight against the 4 melees. He is getting shredded. And Rivare can just throw out, Q after Q after Q after Q after Q and really
think
shred anyone on this team.
one of the big things in this is like the engage from designated drivers is not there. They have no way to get into these fights to really create the plays.
Yeah.
Whereas the side, like Gragas Galio get to just go in with Alistar and it's just free. Like no one's stopping them. There's no flay from a Thresh. There's no like knockback from anybody really. It's so easy to get in on these carries, and once they're in on them, they do have the damage follow up to delete them. So it's crazy.
Internet problems and League of Legends. Name a more iconic duo.
Yeah, they go hand in hand.
Damn it, I can't name a more iconic duo. Shit.
Pardon?
Shit.
You heard the man.
Yeah, you heard me, dude. Here's what I'm trying
Yeah.
to. Here's what I'm thinking.
Think
Okay.
away.
I just ran an Ethernet. Okay, so we're gonna be starting up in a second. Here should be a couple seconds before we do start up again. At this point, this is Golden Griefers' game to lose. They should be picking up their third Drake in a matter of 23 seconds as soon as we resume. They should be being able to dominate the vision in this bot side jungle because all of the towers on the bot side are gone, and that mid tower, that first outer tower in the mid, is gone as well, so they can really push that vision deep. Top, not so much. They don't really have a lot of pressure around that Baron, but I am super interested in how these two teams are talking to each other right now, what they're trying to do. Okay, it looks like Alistar is looking for a pick onto the Ninja Bear. Nice W. We'll keep him safe for just a matter of seconds as now Bleed the Fifth has decided to roam here. Are they going to be able to pick up a couple of kills? In the meantime, the ultimate's going to get dropped, and they're going to just trade that for the Dragon. They're saying, hey, at least we got a consolation prize for something we knew we were going to lose.
Yeah, you just send in Inigo Montoya to on the hunt for the six-fingered man. Doesn't find him. Does find his own death.
Fishing Bull looking scary in the bush. Agragas' favorite place to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Other than the bar, of course.
Right,
That
bar is a
too,
great
yeah.
place to be as well
Yeah.
for Gragas. Tops. Just clearing out his jungle right now. Droxier's also trying to continue to farm up. Isn't that far behind this Ezreal, but Ezreal's got 10 kills, has 3 items, is massive. Droxier's hasn't finished their second. So when we're talking about this game, if you're able to take the next dragon on the side of designated drivers, if you're able to hold off, stall them, then you've got a chance. But I don't think they're going to get that chance because I think you're doing just such a good job here from the side of Golden Griefers. I think Fish Emulsion coming in the top lane was a massive change in morale and playability.
This Emulsion's been really, really good. I've
Yeah.
been very impressed with what he was doing. Put the team on his back last game on the GP, did a lot, was able to, make all those split pushes. And this game, you got the solo kill top, and
Oh, there's the package getting dropped down, and the whole team fight is breaking loose. Ninja Bear taking a lot of damage, is able to dodge the Q from the Ezreal, and here comes the rest of it. Top's trying to just dance around this Ezreal. Oh my god, so much damage on him! Here comes the ultimate. There goes the kill. It goes over to Tops. 9-22 goes the kill, but there goes Gragas dropping so much damage as much as he can. And here comes Galio coming into the fight. Mobron misses the Q, but they're able to find a little bit of damage onto them. Now Ninja Bear trying to shred them as well. Lee the Fifth does get the CC onto them. It looks like Alistar is down. Mobron actually kind of popping off, doing a lot of damage. He's able to heal. He might be going golden right now, as so does the Galio right now. They're able to pick for another kill as well. Ninja Bear, can you get that deep? The R does miss. The next R misses as well. The ultimate comes in, he's able to kill him. Bleed the Fifth, you're in a lot of trouble. The Q hits, he's able to kill him as well. 12-26 goes the score.
Oh my god.
This game's pretty even despite that massive goal lead in the Dragons.
that is a perfect demonstration of what happens to GG when they don't have their Ezreal. Their mid laner is a Galio. They don't have that mage they can rely on for consistent damage or bursts. So once Rivare is down, it is really, really tough. And while they do pick up another couple of kills, it is so hard when you're all a bunch of meatballs, and DD are able to find their way back into this game with some very, very nice plays and a couple of kills. Mobron, he almost had the lineup for a couple of pretty sweet dunks.
Yeah, he did.
And it did go from basically 1-5 to 3-6, so a little bit more gold into his pockets. Is staring at this the CS differences, and realistically, I mean, it's just been so even all game. It's just the kills that are different in every single game.
Something's changed from game to game. Kills, deaths, assists.
CS, not so much. All right, I'm looking at this one, and I'm saying we got to do something about this next Drake fight because they've been losing out on them if you're the side of designated drivers. Golden Griefers have been playing superbly around them. They've got this great team fight composition. Wildcard might actually be in trouble. The E does not connect onto him. He's actually able to dodge the Q as well as bleed the 5th. Now doing a little bit of damage onto that Echo. Might have to burn Flash, but it's not available. He should go down here in the end. He takes a lot, but actually Mobron scaring this Gragas here. Okay, his the stacks actually stopped right there. But a lot of damage coming back onto him as well. Baron is now the dance.
The deadly dance.
Yeah, I mean, Darius is bot, but doesn't have TP, so that's a huge advantage for Fish Emulsion, who can actually go help his team in a fight. You're also losing the support, so, I mean, you could start Baron. I don't think it's likely. You're just going to go for this turret, maybe push up against the tier 2, and then by the time you're done with that, it's Cloud Drake time, ladies and gentlemen.
Definitely an interesting build up here around these two major objectives that, you know, they got the dragon spawning very, very soon. The Baron is up. What do we got timer on the Corki package?
He used it, I'm going to say it's probably almost up, because he used it in that fight in sort of around the wolf and the blue buff on the blue side, so...
Okay, so if this dragon goes over, this game extends. If this dragon goes over to GG, the game extends. If this dragon goes over to GG, the game should be closed out pretty soon, and it looks like they're going to pick the jungler off right away. A really good choice, but a couple of ultimates are used in the end for it. Bleed the 5th, trying to do the damage that he can. Mobron, oh my god. 2 Qs, and you are goodbye, good night.
So package is up right now if he recalls right now, but it's not going to matter.
It's not going to matter. The ultimate does not take it. That Jinx ult was coming on in, though. A lot of damage coming out now as it looks like Ezreal should come over the wall. So much damage hitting on the stars, but he's doing exactly what he needs to do. And that's just tank, because Jinx is doing a good amount of damage back, but oh, he has to flash away. Okay, they're able to pick up Fish Emulsion. A lot of damage actually onto Ezreal. Are they able to pick him up? He is. Okay, Mobron now going down. Ninja Bear alone against 3 is going to have to try to do the great escape here. Gets over one wall.
Oh my god.
He's doing the dance. I don't see him escaping, but I do see him buying a little bit of time. 2 people have respawned now for the side of designated drivers. This is
almost nice for DD. They got the kill out of Rivare, but unfortunately the gold diff was such that it didn't really matter in the end.
This is all Golden Griefers game to lose. I mean, they should win this one. They've got the soul now. They've got 3 air drakes or cloud drakes. They're up in gold. They're up in XP. They're looking super strong in this one. You need a good pick or a miracle team fight, I think, from the side of designated drivers here. And they're looking for that good pick. A lot of damage might be coming out. That ultimate actually does miss.
You're looking to stall. Your Corki has 3 items. You need Jinx to have that IE before you can really start hoping to actually crush these team fights. So I think that's what you're trying to stall and keep them off Baron until your Jinx is able to buy Infinity Edge. Then you can...
Yeah, a lot of damage coming out now around this blue up as the whole team fight does break out. Top dropping super low, but it looks like Echo should be able to drop his ultimate to heal up back at least a quarter of his health. He does, and the ultimate does come out from Vel'Koz. It's not enough to actually blow him up, but I think Gragas might be in a tricky position right now as he's taking a lot of damage, and actually the kill goes over to Jinx. Vi does die as well, so the top for the jungler. Oh my god! I want a blood test from Ezreal tonight for steroids.
He's on something.
Because what was that?
That was some Barry Bonds-esque. Oh my god, that was one Mystic shot. Didn't even hit the W. That was just one single Mystic shot. That is crazy. He is at 4 items, and he's a big boy, huge big boy. Needs a big man and a big suit.
He does.
Guys, if you need a big man and big suit, check out bigmenandbigsuits.gov.
.gov.
Yeah.
You don't even need the Baron. Just take the turrets. Take it all.
Yeah,
I think
just
so. I mean,
heat it up.
the way they won game 2 was just Elder. Like, they won because they were able to actually get Elder. It's so hard to, like, these teams are so even though it's 15-33, and we saw this in game 1, we saw this in game 2, even though you theoretically should just be winning, you know, the fact that you need all these extra stats stacked on top of you is just so representative of how this league works. Like, it's so even. Huge damage on a Mobron right there by the Ezreal, and here comes the whole fight. Gallo gonna drop in, but Ezreal is already gone. The rest of the fight's gonna continue. Echo cannot get a big stun onto the team. He is on the back line, though they're gonna try to turn attention to him. Yes, Crystal Ball dropping super low. Mobron getting stunned up as well. Ninja Bear trying to do damage onto this. Alistar actually doing a huge amount, drops the ultimate. Oh my god, Designated Driver's turning this one around. It's a 2-for-0 right now.
Rivare has got to stop getting caught because at one of these times it's going to cost his team the game.
And Mobron might be in the same boat as he gets knocked up and bashed around tops. Also dropping a little low, but Bleed the Fifth ultimate is going to come out. He's going to burn people. He gets taken down by Fisher Motion in the end. Here comes Ninja Bear. He's trying to find the end point. Yes, they're doing all the damage. They are able to take him down. Crystal Ball also super low. Echo is like 100 life right now, running around in the
Oh
jungle.
my god.
100 health and the ultimate. You can make
100
something
ults,
happen.
100 ults.
Yeah, I mean, you see that Vial connected way from downtown,
Yeah.
and you get the package in to follow. And Ezreal, unfortunately, he had already used his blink to get away from Vial originally, which didn't even work. And then he was stuck. He couldn't get over the dragon wall, and succumbed to his injuries.
This game is going about an hour longer, or this series rather, is going about an hour longer than I thought it would, as every game is going past like 33 minutes. So I just want to let everyone know that in actually only 40 minutes from now, the CEO Best of 5 final is going to be happening. Zelius is going to be casting with a couple of the great casters, Swift Ranger, Happy
better than
Cloud.
we are.
You might see them. Yeah, I mean, they know the game.
Yeah.
Listen, they're not as exciting as us.
Yeah, we've been speculating.
They
the entire
definitely
time.
don't drink as much coriander as me, but
Oh, Baron sneak?
they know. Oh, this isn't really bad. So this could be a change in the tempo of the game if they do grab it. They could really stall this one
Yeah,
out.
nobody sees it.
They do get spotted out on that right there, but there it is.
Huh?
Channel your backs, guys. Keep that Baron as we actually see Corki trying to go up top now. Everyone's gonna back. Krog right here. Okay, Elder's up in 40 seconds.
Sure, but now you're fighting against a team with Baron.
They could just push middle and force you to respond to
Oh.
it too, which is the interesting thing.
Look,
Galio
look.
channeling the back.
3-item jinx.
Uh-oh. A lot of damage out of tops. Huge team fight coming out. A lot of damage. A huge amount of CC. The knockup does come down. Are they able to finish him off? Ezreal's already dead. This is massive for the side of Designated Drivers. Can they able to find this? Okay, Crystal Ball's now here. A huge amount of CC is hitting down. Mobron needs to be able to pop off in this team fight. It's all the melee fighters here. Droxer's still alive for a second, but Lulu absolutely cleaning him up. It's all up to Mobron and the rest of these guys here. Ninja Bear trying to find the kill. Oh, Mobron with the double kill. And all of a sudden, this game looks totally different. This game looks totally different.
Rivare. You've got to use your flash there. You cannot afford to get caught in the most important team fight of the game. Fisher Mulligan gonna have to try to wave clear against Baron buffs as a Gragas. It's not gonna work. Or do they
Vi's
look for
up
Elder?
first. They're going for Elder. Vi is up first. They could be able to take this Elder, look for the team fight to end the game, because when you're past 30 minutes, if everybody's dead and you have a lot of your people surviving, you can end the game. It is so crazy what we could be witnessing right now. Mobron just kind of pulling Elder Dragon away. They're going to try to start to burn it down. Mobron's actually going to back. He doesn't have any type of teleport. Actually, Ezreal's already here. This could be a big misplay from these guys right now. They were unable to burn it down, but the smite is around. So much damage on the tops. They're looking for more. Fisher Mulcher not able to find it. The cast does not hit. So much damage on the tops, though. He's almost down. Here comes the rest of the fight. Playing around these guys. Echo's gonna be the last one to the fight. Here comes Vi. Going over the wall. Does not find the kill. Does anybody find the kill? It's resetting. Hundreds of health. Vi goes down. Echo gets it. Echo's able to pick up it. And it looks like Golden Grafer should be able to close out the game now.
Holy crap.
What a reset. Holy cow.
It's hype.
Wow, Lulu picks up the Elder. So Baron on one, Elder on the other. That Baron is going to fall off. Like you said, looking to push in, maybe try to end the game. It is still a 5v4 though, so not like you can walk right in.
This game is hype as hell. Fish Emulsion trying to find damage on a Ninja Baron. Nice little bit of CC right there, but late game, Corky does so much. Bleed the Fifth. Okay, Bleed the Fifth doesn't have flash up. He's dead as hell.
Yeah.
See the damage the big one did from Ninja Bear. That was a significant chunk of damage. 4-item Corky, folks. Never disrespect it.
Okay, Rivera actually dropping super low. Should be able to take him down a single auto attack. He does. A little bit of shield's going to keep Ninja Bear alive for a little bit second longer. Jinx does pick up one kill. They're looking for the next kill onto this Alistar right here. And magically, somehow, this game is still happening.
Such a huge package there from Ninja Bear. Comes across, gets the 80 carry off the top. And then Lulu was caught in there, in the remains of the package. He burns down as well. So they do get the inhibitor on the side of GG. But,
I've had to pee
GG
this
are
entire
closing this
game.
cold gap,
I've
and I
had to
think
pee
with
the
a little
whole
bit of
game,
this-
guys. I just want someone to win so I can pee. God, I gotta pee so bad.
Just like the pros.
Freak always messages me when he's casting. He's like, "Hey, Buggleberry, listen, this game's going on a little long. Could you come in and cast so I can pee?" And I always say no.
Yeah.
Always say
Figure
no.
it out, freak.
Yeah, figure it out, dude. You're the one that's up there. I'm the one that's down here.
Look, as far as game threes go, this is one of the best we could have hoped for. This
It's a
is
goddamn
tough
roller
one.
coaster, dude. It's a goddamn roller coaster. This is back in. Like, this is one of those games where you're like, this team should win. Okay, never mind. This team should. Okay, never mind. Okay, well, hang on. This team should win. It's been crazy. Now, I do think that all of these Drakes should give a massive advantage to the side of Golden Griefers, but we've seen some fights. I mean, they lost a fight where they had Elder. I don't know who's going to win this game. I don't know. It's tense. It's definitely tense.
Yeah, very tense. Very, very tense. Like you're saying, Jerome, just the Ezreal. It all comes down to that Ezreal.
Yeah, he needs to stop getting caught because I understand that like you're fed, you want to jump forwards, but that's not your job anymore. Your job is to stay alive and let your team heal for you. Because up against a Vi, a Corky with package, and a Darius, you have got to stay alive. That's objective number one. So no more E-ing in, no more trying to get cheeky around stealing buffs away.
Oh, an ultimate
No
onto
more-
Mobron's going to do a lot of damage. So much CC following up, but not a lot of damage is here right now. The ultimate from Ezreal does come down, but I think actually Alistar's the first one to die in this fight. And here comes the ultimate onto the Ezreal. Can they find the damage to kill him? The Mega Death Rocket hits him. He's down. Now can Designated Jarvis clean up this rest of this fight? I think they can. Corky's dealing with Echo in the mid lane, but 3-0 so far in this fight. All five are alive for the side of Designated Drivers. Mobron popping that ghost, trying to find a little bit of CC onto this Gragas here. But look how far down they are in this game. They're still in outer tower here. Mobron getting a lot of life back, is going to switch tower aggro with him right there. They're able to pick up the kill. Top should die in the end, and he does. What a fucking breath. It's almost even in gold again. What, is this going to be a 10-hour game? What are we looking at?
10-hour game. The gold difference is practically erased. 1,000 gold 40 minutes in means next to nothing.
Yeah.
Especially as they continue to pick up turrets. Corky, he's full build, he's huge. Jinx is going to be closing in on that final item as well.
I'm going to take a nap.
cow.
Okay.
Yeah, quick nap.
I'm going to take a quick nap. When you guys think that the game's kind of getting towards an end, like the big last fight's coming, let me know. Actually,
Yeah.
I'll stop just to cast this one right here. Plead the Fifth has to burn his flash right there. Ninja Bear going to jump away. A nice use of the traps to just basically CC them out. 130 until this Drake is up. It's another Elder. It's the second Elder. Baron's up right now. They're moving over to it. They're going to step over a couple of wards, though. They should know. They cleared a ward. They should know. Okay, they are all
they
moving
should know.
there. They're all moving.
Good.
It's going to be too late. It's going to be too late.
Ninja Bear?
Oh, he gets up one kill. He already got a kill. They're looking for the rest of them. Can they find these guys before they're able to get out of the pit? The flash is burn. Oh my god, one auto attack, two auto attack, he's down. Echo is dead. It's going to be a 3v5 in the base pretty soon. They're pinging the dragon. They're saying go for the Elder.
Elder.
Not up for another minute, so Lulu,
Yeah.
he's going to be sprinting back. He's not going to make it in time for the start of the Elder. He could maybe be there for the end of an extended
There's
skirmish.
not enough time between these fights to go get a coriander. It's tearing me apart. What else is tearing Fish Mulligan apart is everybody else. The ultimate from Melkaz, they should be able to pick him up. In the end, the ultimate comes down. They pick him up. They're looking for the rest of Galio. They find him. Ezreal's the last one alive. Normally, he's the first one dead, but this time, he's the one that's got to hang on to the game.
That's looking like an Elder Dragon, I would say.
That's right there.
You get the Elder, you're actually ahead in gold now. You can get your 2 hyper carriers to their final items, and just like that, like Rivare, he's missed his window. There are 280 carries on the other side that are just gonna flat out do more damage than he does.
Ladies and gentlemen, this should be Elder Drake. Okay, wait, the Ezreal ult's coming in. Flash over to it. Doesn't take it. It wasn't close enough to deal with it. It is gonna. Oh my god, this game is insane. The gold lead is now designated drivers. Oh, my
flip
god.
flop.
Oh my god.
In the designated driver's seat.
They've got the game by the wheels now. How much gas can they put on? They're going to try to take these guys down in a 3-game series, but I am not calling it in any way. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pill. I'm going to black out for 3 days. You guys let me know who wins.
All right.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right, Boggle has blacked out, if you didn't catch that. So
Yeah.
Chocobo and I, we're just chilling.
Yeah, we'll be hanging out, commentating on this game.
Yeah.
Don't know if that was a good ultimate by Ez, but it was. Yeah, the wave clear. Yeah, very, very true.
I'm so stressed out.
I don't understand what happened
This
with
game's
this
insane.
game.
This game's
I
insane.
really don't.
This is just the wild card. We're not even in playoffs yet. We're not even at the highest stakes possible. Both these teams fighting to get into there, just slugging at each other. They're able to take an inhibitor now for the side of designated drivers. Oh, but Ezreal chunks so hard.
Yeah, he really does. It's the freaking 1-1 vibes. That's what it is. Each team puts on their best show to try to make it into those playoffs.
Okay, Ninja Bear drops super low just from one auto attack right now. I think he's going to use his giant W to try to move across the map, but it's actually down. His package has run out of time, and now he's in a huge amount of trouble. He almost actually gets taken down by that Ezreal WQ combo. Is able to get out, dodges the Q.
A little bit weird positioning on the side of DD, but
This is going to be a close one, definitely boiling down to the last game. And then, oh my god! What an engage of Fish Emulsion, but will he go down in the end? A nice ultimate is able to pick up Vel'Koz in the end. That's a massive amount of damage gone for them, but Gragas is taken out. Here comes Tops! He's fighting everybody! 1 is down, 2 is down, 3 is down. They're looking for the 4th one. Are they going to be able to find it? They are! And I think they found the 5th one as well. His GA is going to proc Mobron might go down to that tower. It's not quite yet. Oh my god, someone has already left the game. They are saying it is over. Here comes Mobron. He finds him. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, your 8th seed designated drivers are going to the playoffs.
oh crap! My god. Woo!
I've never been excited about that anything. I normally like just anything ever. I've just never been that excited in my entire that was the first time I felt excitement, I think.
I mean, look at those. Jeez, Corki and Ezreal really hitting on the same damage graph right there.
Jesus. Well, they had the Jinx too. And that's
Yeah,
what
the
we
Jinx.
talked about, ZZ, in the draft, right? Is you kill Ezreal, where's the damage?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And honestly, I mean, like, I feel like the Jinx just had a bit of a slow start. You know what I mean? We didn't see too much from that Jinx, but then out of nowhere, just exponentially doing massive amounts of damage. So good.
Did you just turn?
Massive.
British.
What was
massive
that?
amounts of damage.
Well, there's a lot of damage that did come out, guys. In only 24 minutes, we got the CEO finals. But before that, we're going to have an interview with some of the winners, maybe some of the losers if they're down for it. It was a hell of a series. It was a hell of a 3 games. I didn't know who was going to win either game at any point, to be very honest with you guys.
No.
ZZ, I know that you predict the future. You've told me, hey, you're going to crash your car. Then I crash my car. And then you say,
Yep.
hey, your brake lines are going to be cut. My brake lines are cut. I crash my car again. I think
Yep.
that was you, but I have no proof. And so
No proof at all.
you weren't even sure who was going to win.
Oh, no, not at all. That was on. It was so back and forth. I mean, we saw how often they were going onto Baron, off of Baron, onto Baron, off of Baron in game 2. And I kind of expected a little bit of that in game 3, but they kind of went overload with that. I mean,
Yeah, that
it was
Elder
just
Drake
nuts.
was the big target there in that
That
game
was.
3. I'm going to jump on down to the analyst desk, B with Roselle. Here I am with Roselle right now. He's extremely handsome. He doesn't even know I've joined the channel. But if you guys want to, I don't know, have an interview since you won, come on down. Huge plays. Hey, Roselle.
That game was.
I'm just waiting for somebody to join community at this point. It's just like Roselle's clipping in and out, but he's also laughing, and it kind of feels scary. I'm actually kind of scared.
Yeah,
There it is.
I don't know. That game 3 might have been like. I don't have words for
You
it.
just lost your mind. Are you just insane now? Are you an insane
I
person?
think I'm crazy. I was like, there were multiple points at that game where I was like, all right, cool. Golden Griefers won. It's over. The game is over.
Yeah.
And then Ezreal dies, and you're like, wait a second.
It's
The
not
game's
over.
not over. The game has suddenly become unover, and that just happened for like at least 15 minutes.
Yeah, and Ninja Bear was
That
one of
was-
those big elements, and he's here in the call right now with us. Ninja, what were comms like for the past 45 minutes? I gotta know.
Oh man. So I was telling my team like we are behind, no doubt about it. But I'm playing Corki. We have a Jinx, and my mythic item is my 3rd item, so it was like 100% scaling. And I just kept telling my team, we just need to get to 3-item Corki. We just need to get to 3-item Corki, and then we start fighting, and like things will turn around. And like I got a kill. I died. I was able to grab my 3rd item, and I was like, okay, we're ready. Like it doesn't matter how far behind we are, we're ready. And it was just crazy after that.
I gotta know. So in the very very last team fight, I think it was you and Plead the Fifth get hit by a like almost full Gragas combo, and then the Gragas ult just soars over your head, just barely.
Oh yeah, no, it
Like-
was. I puckered up a little bit. I definitely did too. It was like, oh crap, this guy's going on us, and there's no one around us. But the clutch exhaust by Plead there too. Like I don't know if you guys saw that, but that exhaust came down really early on the Gragas, and if you didn't one shot us like with Elder up, you lost, right?
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. Like they committed really hard, did not get the one shot, and then like we just rolled them after that with the Elder buff. So yeah, I mean it was scary for sure when it happened. But as soon as we didn't immediately die, I knew we'd win. Like 'cause I knew the game was over.
I want to talk about that Baron sneak. What was the call there to just decide? You know what, we're behind. Why don't we try Baron? What happened there?
That was part of the I was like, I'm at 3 items. Like we want fights now. We want them to fight us. We saw Alistar and Ezreal bot lane, and we knew with me and Jinx we had a lot of damage on the Baron, and so we were just like, just pull the trigger. Even if they fight us, that's what we want. And so like if they came, we turn. If they don't, we just grab Baron and we extend the game even further, because that was our whole thing through that last game was like just keep extending the game. Get us to 30 minutes. Get us to 40 minutes. The longer this goes on, the stronger we get, regardless of how much gold they have. And so we were able to get Baron. That let us extend. Then we took a really good fight. And then instead of pushing, we grabbed Elder, all backed, came in, and won the game.
Yeah, because you definitely hit a point there where, I mean, the Ezreal was very scary at the beginning of the game, but you definitely hit a point where Jinx and Corki are just going to do more damage than the Ezreal. So I guess once you hit that point, it makes it a lot easier for you guys.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, shout out to my teammates, too. Like, absolutely amazing teammates. Mobron just, like, going top lane. He is not a top lane player. He's a Nami one trick. And So that was pretty awesome. It was great. Fish Emulsion was absolutely stellar for these guys too. Like him coming in just completely changed their dynamic. It felt like those games 2 and game 3. So like shout out to my teammates. They played super well. Tops came in as a sub, did super well. Like just awesome team to play for all around. They don't mind if I just pick these hyper scaling champions. Don't do anything for the first half of the game. Just farm and then try and just like hard win us the game after that.
And you guys are headed to playoffs now, so that
Yeah.
has to feel good. Are you guys looking forward to playoffs? Any specific matchups you're hoping you get to play? Any teams you really want to run up against?
I think we're a pretty scary team now, to be honest with you. Like we were struggling a lot in the regular season with, just not exactly sure what our roster was. Like having people swapped to different roles that they don't normally play. Like I mean, shout out to someone for like stepping in and playing top. He does not play top, right? He's a mid laner, always has been, and like he gave me mid so that I could keep it, and he went top. So that was awesome. But I feel like we're really gelling right now, and coming into playoffs, like I feel like we could beat anybody. Not a specific matchup I'm looking forward to. I think there's a real chance we make it all the way.
You guys definitely looked the part today. I mean, I'd be scared to
For
run
real.
into you guys if I were there.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've got a really solid pick band down right now too, with me and Plead both playing Vel'Koz. That's such a priority for us that
Right.
like you almost have to ban it, and then it feels like you have to ban Victor, and then you're leaving all tops, all AD carries, all supports,
Mhm.
or all the other supports like Zyra and things like that. Like we're just like really in a good spot with our pick bans, and Mobron leads those a lot of the time, and he's like really good at those. And so it feels like we're getting these advantages in pick ban. Our team's coming together really well. We're executing in game a lot. Like, yeah, I think we're gonna be scary.
You guys played really great today, and you actually showed that you could come back from any amount of gold deficit, which I think was probably the most impressive part about watching you guys today. I will say, if you watch this game back, you will see game 1, you guys got way ahead, but the casters had no idea who was going to win the fight, and it always went back and forth. Game 2, the same thing. Game 3, even more the same. Like I was confused. I almost gave up casting. I just almost signed out and walked away. I mean, both teams, and huge props to Golden Griefers as well, and I'm sure you'd give it as well. Crazy good plays from these guys, able to get really solid leads, really good drafts from both teams. You guys went 1-1 in the regular season. Does it feel good? Like, do you feel like vindicated to have 2-1 them here in Wildcard?
Oh, absolutely, yes. It always felt like our team was better than we were like performing in games, and so to like come out here, beat a solid team 2-1. One of the most exciting series I've played, like just from a back and forth perspective, like it was absolutely insane. And so yeah, but huge shout out to these guys too. Like they were killer. I mean, there was not a single moment of any of these games that was like easy, right? Like we were on a razor edge like the entire game.
Everybody dripping
and
in
so, like,
sweat. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we were sweating over here, hard sweating. So shout out to the our opponents, but yeah, a huge shout out to my teammates again. Like just killed it this game. Comms
Also,
were great.
Droxers is a cop, and don't support him. That's all I have to say about Droxers. But everyone else, yeah, great plays, really good stuff.
Agreed.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah, if there's any Golden Griefers that want to jump on into community, Ninja Bear, thank you so much for coming for the interviews, dude. Good luck tomorrow and in any type of playoffs you have, dude. I wish you the best of luck. I hope you get as far as you guys can. You look great tonight. So good luck, my dude.
Thank you, guys.
And any Golden Griefers that want to jump in. If you don't want to jump in, that's fine. If you want to jump in community, I'll pull you on up. But we're actually only 15 minutes away from the CEO finals. Roselle,
Yep.
you predicted things I've never seen coming. You predicted my birth. You predicted when I was going to ask you if you predicted my birth. You've predicted basically everything that exists on Earth. What do you think's going to happen in this final between CLG and Acclivity?
Oh my god. It's gonna be really good. I think that's as far as like super solid predictions. This series
How many
being a
games?
banger
How many
is like
games?
the only thing. How many games?
Yeah, how many games are we going?
Ugh, that's actually really hard. I'd have to say, based on what both teams have shown so far in playoffs,
Yeah.
I'd say 4 to 5 games. There's
Yeah, there's
no way
no
this
way
is a
it's three.
sweep.
You're saying no, yeah,
No
no
way
way it's a
it's
sweep.
3.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I don't think it happens. I think the only way there's a sweep is if like Yukio gets like casted in 2 games in a row and Lobots falls asleep at his computer. Like maybe then.
Okay.
Maybe
Yeah,
then.
and then there's a
But
chance.
there's a chance at a 3-0, but I do think whether it's 4 or 5, my edge is on the side of clearly lagging gamers. I think Yukio has been playing out of his mind. Not to mention guys like Jal, Prodigy Rafa, Amastan, Sarge Hawk, like all that entire roster's going absolutely nuts. So I'm super duper excited just to see like
What does
how
happen?
well this is gonna go.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
because
but
you look at the normal season. This is a best of 5 too, so this is not a 3 and done.
Mhm.
Because someone's gonna win game 2. That's different than game 1 and shit like that. So you look at these teams. They have the same record at the end of the season. I mean, they won 80% of their games. They won, if not more than 80% of their games. Like, it's insane to think about that. And obviously, Acclivity had won slightly more. Their losses were more 1-2s than they were 0-2s. So that's huge for them. They were able to actually really punch back even in times when they lost. I'm staring at this game and I'm thinking, okay, if there's ever a time to actually look at the LBLCS and look at drafts, it's this series.
This is it.
This is
This is
it.
it.
Yeah, it is going to matter so much, and I'm so interested because we're going to have really high elo players casting this next one, which I really
Yeah.
like to see. We're going to have Diamond Plus is looking at it, Swift Ranger, who's basically above Challenger, Templeton for life. He is going to be...
Ugh.
Yeah, I know.
Ooh.
Cringe. Sure. The
Yeah.
champions. You're more like the champions to me, man.
Yeah.
I know the United, but I'm still Templeton. I'm so
Okay.
excited to hear these guys cast this one because I think if you aren't a big player of League of Legends and you want to get better and you want to learn a lot of stuff, if you're listening to people, these are the guys to listen to. This is the game to watch because they're going to talk about why things are good, why things are bad, why you should be doing, X, Y versus why you should not be doing Z. So, Roselle, you say it's at least 4 to 5 games, not Jerome. I don't know how much you've been watching CEO. We casted a little bit of it.
Yep, a little bit.
Who are you feeling deep down in your soul?
Better call Joel.
Better call
Better
Jaw.
call.
Call
Spam this
Joel.
ball to help out Jaw.
Spam
Jaw
this
does have the
It's gotta
most
be Jaw.
fans. He's got the most fans. He's
For
very-
good reason, but
He's
you make it sound like
handsome.
it's a bad thing.
He's handsome. I wouldn't.
This is
Very
gonna be. There are so many like
Another
explosive
frag.
matchups on the map.
Yeah.
This is gonna be amazing.
There is no
You
lane
got-
that I'm not interested in. That's never happened. Sometimes I'm
real.
like, oh, this is even. Nope, not
Yep.
anymore. I'm sweating already.
I
I'm
think-
not even casting this game and I'm sweating. What's happening?
I think
Yeah.
it's the supports, right? The supports, FB Dono, Prodigy Rafa, both all league players, both
Mhm.
really good. I think both are 100% worthy of being in the spot they're in right now, in the finals. Stormblade, Yu-Gi-Oh. I mean, I'm a bit of a Yu-Gi-Oh fan myself. I may or may not have, but I'm also a massive Acclivity fan. I'm a huge fan of both teams. Jal versus Lobots is gonna be two maniacs in the jungle. I'm just so excited. Dude.
It's definitely going to be crazy. This whole series is going to be crazy, guys. I'm going to sign off with Roselle in just 1 second. I did get a question in chat I want to address before we sign off. So, the winner of the previous game, which is the executive wildcard, was Designated Drivers. Tomorrow at 4 p.m., there is the full placement match. So whether you're 7th seed or 8th seed depends on that match. Whether or not you can make it, it's April 11th at 4 p.m. EST. Just so you guys understand what's going on, basically only 2 of 4 teams get to advance into playoffs out of the bottom 4 teams that make it. So we're looking at that one tomorrow. Hopefully we get to play it. If not, things happen. We'll make executive decisions based on rankings, who goes where. Other than that, I'm super, super interested in what's going to happen tonight because we are looking at the finals. And basically, as soon as I sign off here, Zelius will be going live. So if you're watching and if you're waiting for the CEO finals, you're waiting for Lobax, you're waiting for Jaw, chill, man, because this is still better entertainment than the LCS.
Well said. Well said.
All right. Take care, guys. I'll see you in a minute.